What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 7 Centigrams Chapter 121. The country is easy to change, but the nature is hard to change. Izanagi is indeed a very powerful ability. If it is two people who are evenly matched, Master Izanagi's people will definitely gain a huge advantage in battle. But if the strength of the two sides is too different, Izanagi's role is only to let the weak live a little longer, and let the strong kill a few more times. Wind style. Shimura Danzo took out a handful of bright kunai from his body, opened his mouth and spat out a ball of wind style chakra, forming a sharp layer on the kunai. Air blade. Then Shimura Danzo charged at Li Zan with this kunai and used it to attack Li Zan's Susanoo. Pung. The air blade formed by the wind style chakra has a strong tearing effect, and it cooperates with the Susanoo of Li Zan, who is attacked by kunai. Only a muffled sound was heard. Susanoo was intact, and Danzo's kuno was directly broken. Susanoo, worthy of being the best defense. Shimura Danzo's face was serious, and his tone of voice was emotional to evaluate Susanoo. Are you here to be funny? Li Zan looked at Shimura Danzo speechlessly. Susanoo punched him down and turned him into a meatloaf. Izanagi. The ability to rewrite reality activates, and Shimura Danzo's body disappears, appearing where he was before using wind style. Susanoo's defense is strong, but I can still break it. Shimura Danzo's tone was calm, as if the previous attack was just to test Susanoo's defense, and he was still winning. Airway, vacuum big jade. The wind with a powerful tearing effect spewed out of Shimura Danzo's mouth, hitting Li Zan's Susanoo. You want to break my Susanoo with this attack? How ignorant and fearless. You know, Susanoo also has levels. Li Zan smiled disdainfully. Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power surged wildly. Susanoo further solidified, and easily blocked all the vacuum jade. Puff. After blocking all the vacuum jade, Li Zan's body directly escaped from Susanoo's protection range and appeared behind Shimura Danzo. A long wooden thorn was held in his hand, directly piercing Shimura Danzo's body, and then turned into a thorn flower in Shimura Danzo's body. 7 or 8 wooden thorns appeared in front of Shimura Danzo, and his body was riddled with holes by wood-style thorns. The second time, Li Zan watched Shimura Danzo disappear with a smile and said casually. When Shimura Danzo reappeared, he looked at the only 3 Tomo Sharingan left on his arm. If the Uchiha clan was not destroyed, there were only a few Sharingans in his hand. Yes, your strength is really strong. Shimura Danzo looked at Li Zan, sighed with emotion, and said helplessly to himself, I'm sorry, Hiruzen. Li Zan puzzled. Huh? Shimura Danzo said to himself. I wanted to kill him to avenge you, but now it seems that I can't do it. But it doesn't matter, I will let him apologize to you. Li Zan is even more puzzled. Isn't that old Shimura Danzo stupid? I will make him my slave, and make him my tool. I'll let him Ishin contribute to Konoha, so you can rest in peace too. Shimura Danzo smiled and yanked the bandage on his head, revealing his eyes that he had been covering. In the eyes taken from Uchiha Shisui, there resides the distinguished heavenly gods, the most powerful illusion in the ninja world. Be my faithful slave. Shimura Danzo laughed wildly and said to Li Zan, Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil technique is to Li Fangxuan, farewell to the gods. This is your trump card against me? Naive. Li Zan sneered disdainfully, and the Mangekyo pupil technique in his body also activated, with the same distinguished heavenly gods' power, offset Shimura Danzo's distinguished heavenly gods. Puff. Before the wild laughter on Shimura Danzo's face disappeared, an expression of consternation appeared, which looked extraordinarily funny. Li Zan once again pierced his body with wood-style spikes, killing him once again. Why didn't distinguished heavenly gods work for you? Using Izanagi's resurrected Shimura Danzo again, he looked at Li Zan with a frantic look on his face. 3 eyes have been used up, now. Li Zan smiled, appeared in front of Shimura Danzo with a movement, and reached out to take out Uchiha Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan. This eye is relatively precious, and it is a bit wasteful for you to use it as Izanagi's consumables. Fortunately, you are more interested in it, and you don't use it to use Izanagi. Li Zan looked at the Mangekyo Sharingan in his hand and sighed. Shimura Danzo still attached great importance to Uchiha Shisui's eyes. In the original book, he destroyed the eye with sealing, and Izanagi didn't use it to consume it. Of course. This is because the use of Izanagi needs to leave a mark in Sharingan in advance. Shimura Danzo never thought of using Izanagi with this eye, and naturally he didn't leave a mark on it. Damn it, why? Am I never going to be Hokage? Shimura Danzo sank into madness with his eyes closed, and pulled open his shirt abruptly, revealing the jet black pattern on his body, which was a seal technique. For Konoha, for the ninja world, I must kill you here. Shimura Danzo roared fiercely, and the seal art pattern on his body sprayed out a jet black liquid, which was a sign of the activation of the 4-image seal. Li Zan raised his hand, and a piece of wood flew out from the palm of his hand, pushing against Shimura Danzo's body, causing him to hit 2 walls, and Li Zan opened a distance of more than 10 meters. Then Shimura Danzo's body seal was fully activated, forming a black ball with a radius of 7 or 8 meters, sealing everything in the black ball into Danzo's body, and Danzo lost his life. Rubbish. Li Zan commented with disdain, and the wood in his hand that was cut 7 or 8 meters away by the seal of the 4 elephants also fell off and was thrown aside by him. In the undead chat group at this time, everyone was stunned by Shimura Danzo's sassy manipulation. Uchiha Madara was stunned. Is Shimura Danzo's brain broken? He thought that Susanoo's defenses could be broken with Kunai and wind style. What does he think of Susanoo? Senju Tobirama said speechlessly. I remember when he was young, he was a very smart little guy. How did he become so stupid when he got older? Uchiha Madara sneered unceremoniously. This is more than stupid, it is stupid. If Kunai and wind style can break Susanoo, wouldn't the ultimate meaning of Mangekyo Sharingan become a joke? Gold Thief Wu Nan. I was wrong. I was really wrong. I thought that Shimura Danzo, the master of Izanagi's powerful forbidden technique, would be difficult to deal with, but I never thought he was a fool. One Piece Roger. This guy may really be out of his mind, otherwise why would he be in a daze in front of Li Zan? Shiki the Golden Lion. Jia ha ha ha. He rushed to Li Zan and gave him a painless blow, and then he smashed him with a punch. It was playing, you hit me, I hit you, game? Uchiha Madara sneered. Who knows what he thinks? It's stupid to be in a daze in front of Susanoo, and it's even more stupid to take Izanagi's important forbidden technique as a body replacement technique. Senju Tobirama. Master Group Owner, are you sure he is a half-cage level powerhouse? I found that he doesn't seem to be able to use body replacement technique and body flicker technique, and he won't avoid danger at all. Li Zan. It's not that he can't avoid it, but it's not necessary. Senju Hashirama. What do you mean? With Izanagi, you can die without restraint, but Izanagi will run out. Li Zan. Shimura Danzo's Izanagi seems to be flawed and can't control the switch at will. Once he unlocks the seal on his arm, he uses it every minute, whether he wants to use it or not. Uchiha Shisui. Can't you control it freely? So it is? Uchiha Madara proudly said, this idiot, do you really think that the power of the Uchiha family is so easy to master? Even if outsiders get the Sharingan of the Uchiha family, don't try to control it easily. Senju Tobirama. No wonder he seals his arm. Shiki, the Golden Lion, said disdainfully, what's the use of making such a bunch of bells and whistles? It's worthless. Li Zan corrected. No, this thing is very useful. It was Izanagi that Shimura Danzo could sneak up on Uchiha Shisui and steal his eyes. Uchiha Shisui said embarrassedly. I had already controlled Shimura Danzo with illusion, so I let down my guard. Unexpectedly, he used Izanagi to rewrite reality. Whitebeard. The Sarutobi Hiruzen in the front still looks good. He drives water, fire, wind and thunder and has an iron rod, which can be comparable to a wooden dragon. But this Shimura Danzo, is he really half-cage level? Li Zan. It should be. His methods tend to be bizarre, and he definitely surpasses Elite Jonin. He has half-footed into cage level. If nothing else, he is qualified to become a master distinguished heavenly gods. Half a cage level. Dot for flowers. Senju Tobirama. Does God say goodbye? Unfortunately, you restrained him with the same ability. Suddenly, you seem to know all his abilities. Uchiha Shisui. Intelligence is crucial to ninja fighting. You know him so well, he doesn't know anything about you. No wonder he doesn't act like a half-cage level. A weird ninja like him is most afraid of revealing himself information. One Piece Roger. I still think he is ridiculous. What ability did he use in the end? He shouted so passionately, I thought he would use some powerful tricks to kill Li Zan. Shiki, the Golden Lion, sneered. As a result, Li Zan used wood to push him aside, and he couldn't do anything about it. His trick is a bit interesting, and it's only effective if the opponent doesn't resist. Senju Tobirama. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen is not a good thing, but Shimura Danzo is clearly inferior to him. Li Zan. Speaking of this, I'd like to ask second Hokage. If Shimura Danzo was the first to ask for a break when you fled from Cloud Shinobi Village, would you choose him as third Hokage? Senju Tobirama. No, both of them are my apprentices, but they have only learned half of what I am capable of. Sarutobi Hiruzen learned my light and Shimura Danzo learned my darkness. Uchiha Madara quipped. Sarutobi Hiruzen bright. Let me laugh enough. Senju Tobirama said angrily. Shut up and listen to me. After Sarutobi Hiruzen becomes Hokage, reality will make him learn darkness. If Shimura Danzo becomes Hokage, it is basically impossible for him to learn light. Senju Tobirama. The Sarutobi Hiruzen was very naive back then, just like me when Konoha was first created. I think he will go through the same mental process as me and eventually become like me. Li Zan. Really? You should have put these words out in the first place to understand. For so many years, Shimura Danzo has always felt that he failed to become Hokage, because he hesitated and let Sarutobi Hiruzen take the initiative to break the queen. Senju Tobirama said with disdain. Really? Then he's really rubbish. If there is such a regret, why does he hold back when Konoha is in danger? He shrinks his head when he is in danger. Even the regret of losing his position in Hokage is not enough. It can't fix his faults. Li Zan said that Shimura Danzo has always felt that he lost the opportunity to become Hokage because of momentary hesitation, and he has been brooding for decades. But Senju Tobarama thinks, if you think hesitancy is the reason for your loss of Hokage, then why do you make the same mistake? Back then, you cherished yourself and didn't want to take risks for others, and you lost the position of Hokage. Now you still cherish yourself and don't want to take risks to protect Konoha, and you deserve to lose your life. The country is easy to change, but the nature is hard to change. No matter how much regret, unwillingness and loss, it can't change your stinky problems. After Shimura Danzo died, Lee Zan tied up all the root ninjas with mudong vines and waited for others to take them. He wandered around the root base by himself, and quickly found the secret room here, and found a lot of good things in it. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama looked at the information in front of Lee Zan and said speechlessly, "Has the roots not given up on the wood-style experiment? They are really persistent. Didn't this kind of experiment prove to be useless back then?" Lee Zan: "No way. The power of wood-style is too eye-catching, and it also has the effect of controlling tailed beasts. It's understandable that Konoha wants, not to mention that they have trained a wood-style user." Senju Hashirama was surprised. Konoha still has wood-style ninjas. Lee Zan: "Of course. It's a miracle that a child has successfully integrated your cells. However, his wood style is too different from yours, and it can also be used to build a house." Senju Hashirama is speechless. Building a house? Lee Zan: "Yeah, first-generation wood style conquers the world. Yamato wood style engages in greening. The Konoha shinobi who integrates your cells is named Yamato, and his wood style can also build a house and plant a tree." Senju Hashirama. Senju Hashirama didn't know what to say for a moment. In his own hands, wood style, which is invincible in the world, can only build houses and engage in greening in this generation. This kind of wood style ninja, it's better not to appear, it simply loses wood style's face. Senju Tobarama comforted, "Brother, don't be disappointed. If Mu Tong is talking, isn't there Lee Zan? He has reproved the power of wood style." On. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 122. This is the standard Brocon. Looking at the densely packed information, Senju Hashirama became more and more angry. He never thought that there would be such a dark place in Konoha. Uchiha Madara said gloatingly, "Hashirama, what I said was right. The darkness of Konoha has appeared. And Tobarama, this is a good student you taught, and inherits your darkness perfectly." Senju Tobarama didn't say anything, and felt helpless in his heart, and there was no way to refute those words. Hashirama cells, Sharingan, and human experiments are all his pioneers, and Shimura Danzo is just a successor to carry it forward. Although Senju Tobarama has more bottom line than Danzo, he is not clean. Senju Hashirama, Senju Tobarama, Namikaze Minato. 3 Hokage, the root collected your life information. How about it, do you want to try reincarnation? Lee Zan looked at the life information of the 3 Hokages collected by Shimura Danzo and spoke in the chat group with a smile. Senju Tobarama thought, "You want us to come forward and convince these ninjas for you? Let Minato do it." Lee Zan was stunned. "Convince the Konoha shinobi people? Think too much, I just give you a chance to come out and get some air, by the way, to fulfill your unfulfilled wishes. Konoha shinobi people or something, do they still need to persuade them? I have already convinced them, already." Senju Zu hurriedly said, "Group leader, you don't want to use pure force to manage Konoha? I have to remind you that doing so will not have good results." Lee Zan: "When did I say, I'm going to manage Konoha? It's enough to leave the management to others. I only need to make requests, and the specific work is done by others. I haven't always been like this in the pirate world." What? Wanokuni, Tezzolo, Caesar, Whitebeard pirates, Germa 66. Lee Zan all conquered by force and then left the job to others. Lee Zan can't do this kind of thing if he manages it with painstaking effort. 387 Namikaze Minato. Group owner, how are you going to manage Konoha? Lee Zan: "The internal composition of Konoha is complicated. I plan to select some representative figures from the major ninjas and commoners, and form a group to manage Konoha. Unless something cannot be decided, it won't get mixed up." Lee Zan: "Of course. If Mewtwo is reincarnated, I can also give Konoha to you to manage. After all, you have all been Hokage and have experience in management. How about it, is there anyone willing to reincarnate Cheng too?" Senju Tobarama: "Let Minato go. Namikaze Minato. Nidame, why did you choose me? The group leader doesn't seem to limit the number of people who can be reincarnated, right?" Senju Tobarama said annoyed. When dealing with Sarutobi Hiruzen just now, Lee Zan said that it was my elder brother's idea to destroy the Sarutobi clan and Shimura clan. Senju Hashirama: "I don't want to be reincarnated." Namikaze Minato immediately understood that what Lee Zan said would probably cause Konoha villagers to talk about the Senju family and the 2 Hokages, and the 2 Hokages didn't want to face such a bloody thing, so they chose to escape. Lee Zan: "Since first Hokage and second Hokage don't want to reincarnate, are you interested in coming out for fourth Hokage?" "Of course. Even if you don't want to come out, I will force you out." Namikaze Minato. After being speechless for a while, Namikaze Minato couldn't help but ask, "Why?" Lee Zan: "First, I want to know if you can still speak in the chat group after Earth reincarnation. Second, you have half of the 9 tails on your body, You have to draw reincarnation to get them out. Third, Uzumaki Naruto too bad, I think you should go see him. Senju Tobarama thought, can I still connect to the chat group after I reincarnate? I want to know that too. Uchiha Madara was wary. Group leader, what do you want that half of 9 tails for? Lee Zan said with a smile. Guess? Uchiha Madara's heart sank, thinking of the many secrets Lee Zan knew, and he suspected that Lee Zan was interested in 10 tails. Unfortunately, he couldn't stop anything. Whitebeard. 4th Hokage, I think you should meet your son. In one sense, you gave him life, and he should be grateful to you. But in another way, yours was not approved by him. Under the circumstances, he brought him into this unfriendly world without authorization. He has reason to hate you. Namikaze Minato. Suddenly a little scared, what if Naruto hates him? Thinking about what happened to Uzumaki Naruto, even if he's blackened, there's nothing strange about him. Namikaze Minato. I have no problem with reincarnation, but I used the ghoul seal before my death. My soul and the half 9 tails are sealed in Shinigami's body. Impure world reincarnation may not be able to summon me out. Senju Tobarama. This is really hard. Mutu's reincarnation can only revive the undead in the Pure Land, and the sealed soul cannot be summoned. Lee Zan. This kind of thing is easy to solve, just break the seal. Namikaze Minato. Can the ghouls be unlocked? Lee Zan. Of course, it's just a sealing technique, don't take it too invincible. Lee Zan picked up the life information of the 3 Hokages, left the secret room, found the root ninja imprisoned by him, found 2 Shimura Danzo diehards, and turned them into his own tools with the distinguished heavenly god's skill that does not require cooling people. Lee Zan. Where is Natang of the Uzumaki clan? Namikaze Minato. North Konoha. Unlocking the ghouls requires the masks of the Uzumaki clan? Lee Zan. That's right. Need a Shinigami mask, and a living being as a sacrifice. Outside world. Lee Zan brought 2 toolmen to Natang of the Uzumaki clan. With the help of Namikaze Minato, he found the Shinigami mask, and then asked one of the toolmen to put on the Shinigami mask to summon Shinigami, breaking his stomach and releasing the soul inside Shinigami. Impure world reincarnation. As a reincarnation of the Konoha forbidden technique, it was given to Lee Zan by Senju Tobarama along with other forbidden techniques he invented. A pitch-black incantation surrounded the remaining tool men, and under the guidance of Namikaze Minato's life message, Namikaze Minato's soul was stuffed into the tool man's body. The confetti was flying, and the tool man's body was covered with confetti, turning into the appearance of Namikaze Minato. This is reincarnation? Namikaze Minato opened his eyes, looked at his cracked arms, and muttered in surprise. Yes, this is killing the earth and reincarnating. Can you still see the chat group and speak in the chat group? Lee Zan looked at Namikaze Minato and asked curiously. Namikaze Minato's name is still on the list of members of the chat group, and Lee Zan can also perform various operations on him. This means that the group owner Lee Zan is not restricted, but he just doesn't know what's going on with Namikaze Minato. In the chat group, Namikaze Minato. I can see what you have to say, I will try to speak for myself now. Lee Zan. It seems that after you were reincarnated, you were not affected in the chat group. Very good, do what you should do. Konoha, Hokage building. The 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen and Hokage's assistant Shimura Danzo were all killed, and the 2 remaining Konoha executives, Kaharu and Mitokado Homura, were in a panic. The patriarchs of the various ninja tribes in Konoha gathered in the Hokage building, quietly waiting for Lee Zan to arrive. After seeing Lee Zan's terrifying strength, they have given up their struggle. After all, they are not alone, they also bear the life and death of the entire family on their shoulders. Step on. The sound of footsteps sounded, and the people who were still closing their eyes and resting their minds opened their eyes one after another, and finally they showed shocked expressions on their faces. 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato, with his signature smile on his face, appeared in front of the crowd. 4th Hokage, what about you, aren't you dead? Why are you here? Everyone was shocked and didn't understand why Namikaze Minato appeared. This is the reincarnation of Rice Soil, and Lee Zan-sama asked me to manage Konoha. Namikaze Minato said with a smile. Going to bed, Kaharu couldn't help but scolded. Minato, you also took refuge with the person who killed 3rd generation in Danzo. Namikaze Minato looked cold and scolded. Elder Kaharu, please pay attention to your words. Also, I don't think there is anything wrong with Lord Lee Zan killing Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. Look at what they have done over the years, they died. Wronged. Turning to bed, Kaharu looked angry, pointed at Namikaze Minato and scolded. You have only been Hokage for a few days, do you know Konoha? The period when Sarutobi was outside and Danzo was inside was the peak period of Konoha. From a distance, Lee Zan, who silently watched Minato's performance, couldn't help speaking in the group. Lee Zan. At Senju Hashirama Senju Tobarama, did you hear what Kaharu said about going to bed? I wonder how you feel. Senju Hashirama embarrassed. Haha, young people are very confident, which is a good thing. Senju Tobarama was furious. This bastard, did she have water in her head? Just based on the things they did, would you be embarrassed to say that it was Konoha's peak? Uchiha Madara gloating. These are all good students you taught. Senju Tobarama retorted. The Uchiha clan you taught is not that good. Outside world. Namikaze Minato was also furious when he heard Koharu's words, and exposed third Hokage's shortcoming without a word. Anyway, there are no outsiders here, so there is no need to be afraid of anything. The Senju family, the Uchiha family, the Hyuga family, Konoha's White Fangya, Uzumaki Naruto. A series of facts were laid out by Namikaze Minato. Turning down, Koharu's face became embarrassed. When the others around heard what Namikaze Minato said and what Sarutobi Hiruzen and others did, their faces became ugly, and their angry eyes turned to Koharu and Mitokado Homura. You defend Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo so much for one reason, that you were with them. That is to say, the things they did to wake up were all due to your credit, and they took the two elders down. Namikaze Minato spoke coldly, and Hyuga Heihachi and Uchiha Fugaku walked towards them without hesitation. One of these two people died because of the inaction of the senior officials of Konoha, and the other was deeply resentful because of the suppression of the senior officials of Konoha. Now that fourth Hokage's order can justifiably shoot these two old things, they will naturally not be polite. Seeing the killing intent in the eyes of Uchiha Fugaku and Hyuga Heihachi, Koharu and Mitokado Homura immediately extinguished their thoughts of resistance. They understand that if they fight back, Uchiha Fugaku and Hyuga Heihachi, who have legitimate reasons, will definitely kill them mercilessly. Without the status brought by the status of Konoha elders, the two of them are not worth mentioning in front of Fugaku and Heihachi. Push down. We will decide what to do with you when we finish investigating your crimes. Namikaze Minato waved his hand and said indifferently. Although Namikaze Minato is a gentle and kind-hearted little son, he is also the golden flash of the enemy village ninja who was killed in the Third Ninja War. He who can become Hokage will naturally not be blindly weak and benevolent. He has all the ruthlessness and decisiveness that he should have. What's more, he knew very well that Lee Zan and everyone in the chat group were watching him, including Konoha's first Hokage and second Hokage, so he naturally had to show his ability and determination. As predicted, first Hokage and second Hokage were very satisfied when Namikaze Minato dealt with the two elders of Konoha very simply, and thought that Minato could manage Konoha village very well. After Namikaze Minato dealt with Konoha, he mustered up the courage to meet Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto was dumbfounded after learning that his father was fourth Hokage and couldn't believe that he would have such a life experience. In the chat group, Doflamingo speculated maliciously. You said that after Uzumaki Naruto knew everything about himself, would Blacken become a villain directly? After all, for him, everyone in Konoha village is a villain who repays his favor. Senju Tobirama said worriedly. I was also worried that something like this would happen, but now we can only trust Minato. Lee Zan laughed. Don't worry, Uzumaki Naruto won't blacken, and I'll explain the reason to you later. Konoha's matter is almost settled. I should leave here. At Uchiha Shisui, do you want to meet you? Good friend, Uchiha Itachi? Uchiha Shisui embarrassed. It's not mine, forget it, you don't need to see him. Uchiha Shisui wanted to see Shuai, but if he thought about it carefully, he would have nothing to say even if he saw him. So don't see each other, to avoid the embarrassment of being silent. Doflamingo. Don't, I want to see this Uchiha Itachi, the man who can kill everyone for his younger brother. What is he like? I really want to see. Golden Lion Shiki. Jia ha ha ha. You say that, the old man is also interested. Fire Fist Ace. I'm also curious to see what he looks like. Lee 3.7 Zan. Okay. Willing to meet Uchiha Itachi and send a red envelope, let me see how many people there are. Of course, if there is nothing to send, forget it. Ding. Doflamingo sent an exclusive red packet, string fruit, advanced to group owner Lee Zan. Ding. Doflamingo sent an exclusive red envelope, talent, advanced to group owner Lee Zan. Ding. Namikaze Minato sent an exclusive red envelope flying Thunder God technique, to the group owner Lee Zan. Ding. Namikaze Minato sent an exclusive red envelope open black lens bracket Rasengan Daquan close black lens bracket to group owner Lee Zan. A series of system prompts sounded, and the dense red envelopes made Lee Zan very happy, and then accepted them all. Doflamingo. Fufu, give you everything I have, as long as you remember to help me overthrow the celestial dragons. Namikaze Minato. Thank you for everything the group leader has done for me, that's all I can give. Fire Fist Ace was surprised. Isn't Doflamingo's string fruit ability awakened? It didn't even reach the top. Lee Zan. Awakening is also divided into 3, 6 and 9. It seems that the ability of string fruit has not awakened to the level that can be rated as the top. Doflamingo. It doesn't matter, it doesn't make sense to me anyway. The residents of the Uchiha clan. Lee Zan came here quietly, observed Uchiha Itachi from a distance, and let the undead in the group watch Uchiha Itachi through him. Doflamingo. Why sneak over here? Lee Zan. Visit privately through microservice, you can see the truth. Seeing that Uchiha Itachi was gently teaching his younger brother, everyone in the group was a little embarrassed. Even though they are far apart, they can feel Uchiha Itachi's love for his younger brother. No wonder. The undead sighed in their hearts, this is the standard Brocon. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 123 No Konoha's Life, Got Konoha's Disease. The Land of Water, in a valley near Kirigakure. Li Zan took advantage of Lion Fruit's abilities to fly to Kirigakure and stopped as he passed by. Because his observation haki told him that there are many people who are not weak below hiding. So Li Zan quietly fell to the ground, ready to see what happened. The undead in the chat group were also very interested in this, and I didn't expect to encounter such an interesting thing as soon as I came to Kirigakure. Soon, a beautiful woman dressed in cool and bold clothes came out of the thick fog in the distance. She wears Sanagakure's forehead protector on her forehead, indicating her identity. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. How come the ninjas of Sanagakure are here? It seems that Kirigakure has not been peaceful recently. Li Zan. It's true that Kirigakure has not been very peaceful recently, but it has nothing to do with Sanagakure. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. How is it possible? You should also see that this young and beautiful woman is a cage-level ninja. A cage-level ninja comes to the enemy village's territory. What good idea can she make? At this moment, a ninja wearing a Kirigakure forehead protector appeared and greeted Sanagakure's female ninja with a kind face. Is it Sanagakure's Yukura? I was sent by Kirigakure to receive you. Sanagakure's female ninja, Sakahakura, was unprepared for the Kirigakure ninja who appeared in front of him, and after a few simple conversations, they headed towards Kirigakure with him. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. What? I heard it right. Since this Sanagakure's Sakahakura is here to form an alliance with Kirigakure, why did Kirigakure send so many ninjas to hide here? The Golden Lion Shiki sneered, perhaps to protect the safety of the messenger secretly, so that the other party will not die in his own territory. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Impossible. Kirigakure will not be as weak as Konoha village. It is impossible to blackmail us with the death of his own messenger. Senju Tobarama said angrily. Yeah. What is there to extort in the hidden village of Wu 15? There is nothing good in the backcountry. Although there are many families in the village with the bloodline limit, the success rate of their bloodline limit activation is low. Terrifying. The two second-generation actors in the chat group were mocking each other, but the situation outside changed suddenly. I saw that the Kirigakure ninja's face sank, and suddenly he took out a sharp kunai from his body and stabbed directly into the junior of Jue Kang. Puff. Why are you? I'm here to form an alliance with you on behalf of Sanagakure. Burning Yekong felt the severe pain on her body and questioned in disbelief. She never thought that Kirigakure would attack her. Everyone in the chat group was also stunned. Senju Tobarama instantly made up the truth of the matter, and gloatingly said to Second Mizukage Ghost Lanyue. It seems that there is a problem within your Kirigakure, and there is a huge dispute over the alliance with Sanagakure. Second Mizukage Ghost Lanyu thought. What do you mean? The Kirigakure forces, who didn't want to ally with Sanagakure, bought the messenger who assassinated Yukura. Senju Tobarama said. That's right. As long as the messengers of Sanagakure are killed by the ninjas of Kirigakure, no matter what the people of Kirigakure explain, the ninjas of Sanagakure have a hard time believing them. Back then, I experienced this kind of thing when I was in Cloud Shinobi Village. Matter. Senju Tobarama said with a bit of sigh. Back then, I took my men to Cloud Shinobi Village to form an alliance and ended the war between the two villages by the way. As a result, the martial arts faction of Cloud Shinobi Village did not want to end the war, so they attacked at the alliance ceremony. Senju Hashirama asked hastily, then what? Senju Tobarama said proudly. Fortunately, I was smart and clever, and I found out the clue in advance, so I avoided a disaster. However, Second Raikage was not so lucky, and was deleted by the traitors of their village. Uchiha Madara sneered. If you are willing to remind Second Raikage, he should be able to survive? He was tricked to death by you. Senju Tobarama defended. I didn't trust Second Raikage at the time, and was on guard with him. I suspected that he was one of the people behind the scenes. How could I tell him what I found was wrong? Senju Tobarama was also a little surprised when Second Raikage was just killed by the traitors Golden Horn and Silver Horn of Cloud Shinobi Village. Unexpectedly, the traitors of the martial arts faction in Cloud Shinobi Village are so rigid, and their own shadows will kill them. After that, Cloud Shinobi Village became chaotic, and Senju Tobarama quickly retreated with his men. At that time, he was still a little happy. Although the alliance did not succeed, the civil strife and weakening of Cloud Shinobi Village was also in Konoha's interests. After all, the martial arts faction in Cloud Shinobi Village is not dominant, and they will definitely be strangled after being exposed. And Cloud Shinobi Village after the end of the Civil War is definitely not strong enough to fight the ninja war. His purpose is completely unaffected. Maybe he can tear a piece of meat from Cloud Shinobi Village in weakness. As a result, the Golden Horns and Silver Horns of Cloud Shinobi Village are not fools. They know that killing Raikage alone is worthless. What they really need to eliminate is Second Hokage and his minions, so that Konoha doesn't know the truth about it. If Konoha didn't know the truth of what happened, what they saw was that Second Hokage died in Cloud Shinobi Village. At that time, Konoha Village will have to go to war with Cloud Shinobi Village for whatever reason, and the so-called peace and alliance will become a joke. And once the two villages went to war, it was impossible for Cloud Shinobi Village to deal with them, the fighting factions. Because at that time Cloud Shinobi Village had no energy and needed their strength. Therefore, after Second Hokage chose to retreat, Golden Horn and Silver Horn took everyone to hunt them down. As a result, they underestimated the strength of Senju Tobarama, and they were dragged by Senju Tobarama and perished together. Senju Tobarama naturally has a deep memory of the cause of his own death, so when he saw the Kirigakure ninja attack the Sanagakure messenger, he immediately thought of this situation. Outside world. Hearing Yi Kang's words, the Kirigakure ninja said in a mocking tone. Alliance? How naive. Kirigakure and Sanagakure hate each other, so how could the two big villages form an alliance? The mission you received was just used by the top of Sanagakure to deceive. Your excuse. Burning shield. Yi Kang's eyes widened with disbelief on his face. The Kirigakure ninja sneered. The real purpose of your coming to Kirigakure is to use your life to quell the anger of our Kirigakure. Of course, only relying on your life can't wash away the hatred between the two villages. I believe the high-level officials of Sanagakure are also very concerned about this. Clear. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama was stunned. Is that so? I thought she was a copy of me, but I didn't expect him to be a copy of Hyuga Hizashi. Li Zan corrected. No, she is neither your copy nor Hyuga Hizashi, she is Konoha's White Fang. Senju Tobarama wondered, a replica of Konoha's White Fang? Li Zan explained. Yes, she is Sanagakure's fighting hero, and her strength is not under the shadow of the wind. She has the prestige and strength required to become a high-level Sanagakure, but she does not have the nepotism called Wolf Wind. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern said with a smile. So in order to solve this threat, Sanagakure made a deal with Kirigakure. Give Kirigakure his strong man to vent his anger, and solve his own hidden dangers by the way. Li Zan sneered. One stone kills two birds, it's a good idea, right? Since it is inevitable to kill one's own strong man, let her death have a positive meaning for the village. Golden Lion Shiki. Jia ha ha ha. How can the high-level ninja world be so virtuous? Their strength is not very good, and the conspiracy and tricks are quite slippery. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. I'm also very surprised. Cage-level ninjas are not Chinese cabbage, so how can you kill them? Sanagakure is the bottom of the 5 ninja villages. Why don't you cherish your own high-end combat power? Senju Tobarama sneered, because the country of the wind they're in is really excellent. No matter how weak the Sanagakure is, no country will invade them. What's more, for some people, the power in their hands is stronger than that of the village. Interest is more important. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. I still think it's a bit of a waste. I didn't have Konoha Village's life, but I got Konoha Village's disease. Advanced combat power was lost in infighting. Can ordinary ninja village play this? The undead from Konoha were silent, and the words of Second Mizukage were a bit heartbreaking. Senju Tobarama reluctantly defended. Infighting is common in any ninja village. Even you Kirigakure, I am afraid that many powerful ninjas died in infighting. The second Mizukage Ghost Lantern said gloating. I admit that Kirigakure has infighting, but their infighting level is definitely not as good as that of Konoha. Look at the history of infighting in your Konoha village. Senju Hashirama is speechless. Uchiha Madara, Konoha's White Fang Ya. Uchiha Shisui, Senju clan plus Uchiha clan who almost ended in infighting. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Phantom Puffy praised. Let's not say anything else, your Konoha village is enough to unify the entire ninja world just by the power lost in the infighting. No matter how other ninja villages fight infighting, they will not waste a ninja. God, a ninja world Shira. Uchiha Madara sneered. No way. The problem of infighting in Konoha village has been planted since its establishment. If Konoha village did not fight infighting, there would not be so many troubles. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon agrees with this. That's right, if Konoha village doesn't fight infighting, how can we ninja village live? Your infighting is a good thing for us. Outside world. After answering Yi Kang's doubts, the Kirigakure ninja suddenly pulled out his kunai and disappeared in place with a single movement. The Kirigakure ninjas who were in ambush all shot one after another, sparkling kunai and shurikens slammed into the burning road warehouse. Burning Yekong was seriously injured, and facing this overwhelming attack, he couldn't even do it, so he closed his eyes in despair. Pin pin pin. The crisp sound of the symphony of gold and iron suddenly sounded, and Joe Yekong opened his eyes and saw that the glittering gold formed a copper wall and iron wall around her, blocking all the kunai shuriken. Who is it? The Kirigakure ninjas in ambush were instantly furious. Who stopped them from completing their mission? Step on. Li Zan walked out of the hiding place, and was immediately found by the Kirigakure ninja, and kunai and shuriken were hitting him. Pin pin pin. Emerald green energy formed the prototype of Susanoo around him, and all kunai shuriken 387 were easily blocked. Water style, water broken blade. Li Zan stretched out a finger, and a jet of high-pressure water spewed out of his fingertips. The powerful impact made it as sharp as a blade. When the high-pressure water column swept through the surrounding mountains and rivers, it easily cut off the Kirigakure ninja in ambush, leaving scratches 7 or 8 meters deep on the thick and sturdy rocks. Water dragon bomb technique, water barrier. Fire style, dragon fire technique, wind style, great breakthrough. Kirigakure ninjas attacked Li Zan with their own ninjutsu after discovering that the kunai shuriken could not help Li Zan. The water dragon roared and the water wall rose, but it was broken by a high-pressure water column. The dragon fire roared and the wind blades fluttered, but even Susanoo couldn't break it. In the chat group, second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon Stop, stop. What are you doing? That's Kurigakure's ninja. Li Zan. I know it's Kurigakure's ninjas, what's wrong? Give me a reason not to kill them. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Li Zan. I didn't accept your commission, and I didn't make any deal with you. Don't say I kill a few Kurigakure ninjas, it's okay to destroy Kurigakure, right? Ding. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon sent an exclusive red envelope, hydration technique, to the group owner Li Zan. Ding. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon sent an exclusive red envelope, Zhengwei to the group owner Li Zan. Ding. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon sent an exclusive red envelope, water iron cannon technique, to the group owner Li Zan. Ghost Lantern Moon regrets that he didn't give these skills to Li Zan earlier, so now he is very generous and basically gave all his skills. Li Zan. Do you regret it? What did you do earlier? Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Li Zan. Don't worry. Although the things you gave me are of no great use, it is fate that you can join the group. I will take care of the Kurigakure matter, make sure not to slaughter them, and help them solve a big problem by the way. Trouble. Ghost Lantern Moon was relieved to see this, but quickly became nervous again. He knew that Li Zan would not lose everything, so what Li Zan said would mean, Kurigakure is likely to be in big trouble. Outside world. Li Zan slaughtered all the Kurigakure ninjas with ease, then came to Yi Kang, and raised his hand to release medical ninjutsu to help her heal. G.S. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 124. You will be shocked. Burning Leaves was seriously injured, but Li Zan's medical ninjutsu is not a vegetarian. Under his treatment, Zhou Yikang's injuries recovered quickly, and he quickly regained consciousness. You saved me. Opening his eyes to look at Li Zan and the surrounding scene, Zhou Yikang immediately guessed the truth. Thank you. I will definitely repay you for your life-saving grace in the future. Without waiting for Li Zan to answer, Shibakong thanked Li Zan and promised that there will be a return in the future. Repay. Follow you. Li Zan stared at Zhou Yikang and nodded casually. You killed all these mist shinobi ninjas. Seeing the mist shinobi ninjas around him annihilated, Shikatahakura couldn't help but ask. Can easily kill so many ninjas, Tong Yikang believes that Li Zan must also be a cage-level ninja. Unfortunately, she had never heard of Li Zan at all. Before Li Zan could answer, Goshi Yikang asked again, what's your name? People with your strength should not be anonymous, but I've never heard of you. Li Zan laughed and said, you have quite a few questions. My name is Li Zan, and I have been in the ninja world for a few days, so it's normal that you haven't heard my name. Yi Kang nodded. She had never thought about the possibility of Otherworld. She thought that Li Zan meant that he had been working hard for a few days after his debut. Li Zan continued. Just now these mist shinobi ninjas wanted to kill you, and I took action to protect you. So these mist shinobi ninjas wanted to kill me, and then I killed them all. Zhou Yikang's heart moved, stared at Li Zan and asked, you should know that if I take action, I will attract these mist shinobi ninjas to attack. If that's the case, why do you still save me? Li Zan thought about it and said seriously, because you look good. Zhou Yikang's face turned red. Huh? Li Zan said indifferently. If you were an ugly man, I might not have rescued you. But you are a beautiful woman, which made me feel that it is a pity for you to die here, so I rescued you. Li Zan's flat tone revealed a harsh reality, it's a face-to-face world. Yi Kang lowered his head and began to think wildly in his heart. As soon as she said she wanted to repay Li Zan said that she was good-looking. Was this implying that she promised her with her body? Li Zan stopped the treatment of Zhou Yikang and said, this is the limit of what medical ninjutsu can do, and then you need to cultivate for a while. Li Zan turned and walked towards Kurigakure and said casually, if you want to take revenge on the top management of Sunagakure, I don't recommend you do it, because with your strength, you are definitely not their opponent. Li Zan stopped, turned to look at Zhou Yikang, and said, it won't be long before I go to trouble with Sunagakure. If you're willing to wait, I can avenge you. Zhou Yikang suddenly regained his composure, looked at Li Zan and said, what do you mean? Without explaining, Li Zan continued to move towards Kurigakure, disappearing from Yi Kang's sight in the blink of an eye. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama asked, Li Zan, you want to use her to control Sunagakure? Senju Hashirama asked in confusion, Tobarama, why do you think so? Senju Tobarama explained, because of that Sunagakure's scorching Yakura, she has the prestige and strength to become Kawak. If Li Zan wiped out all of Sunagakure's original high-level executives, it would be easy for her to become a new Kawak. Uchiha Shisui suddenly realized, so it is, because there are no undead born in Sunagakure in the chat group. The group owner can't use Cheng Tu reincarnation to create a wind shadow to manage Sunagakure for him. So he chose Shi Yi Kang. All this is premeditated. Uchiha Madara sneered. It should be right. After all, the group owner knows a lot of information that we don't know, and it is normal for him to prepare this plan in advance. Poor that stupid woman. I thought Li Zan saved her because she was good looking. Li Zan reluctantly said, I said you guys, can you not always have conspiracy theories? When I rescued her, I didn't think about it at all. Okay. As I said, I saved her purely because she was tall. Nice. Li Zan explained. When normal people face beautiful things, they will have an emotion of appreciation. When beautiful things face the fate of being destroyed, normal people will want to stop it. I just did what normal people should do. Things, don't always use conspiracy to explain my behavior. Outside world. Li Zan soon arrived at Kirigakure, a village shrouded in thick fog. Compared to the bustling Konoha village, Kirigakure is no ordinary depression. In the chat group, Senju Hashirama laughed and said, "Ha ha ha ha, I thought Konoha was bad, but now it seems to be pretty good. Although Konoha village is a bit rotten by the comfort, it is much stronger than the mist shinobi in front of me." Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon is very disturbed. How did Kirigakure become like this? It was very prosperous back then. At least not like it is now. It is difficult to see even a pedestrian on the street. Senju Tobarama said with a smile. It seems that there is a problem with Kirigakure, find someone to ask. Li Zan grabbed a single Kirigakure ninja, threw a magic trick to control him, and then the mist shinobi ninja, like a bamboo tube pouring beans, said everything he knew. The Kirigakure ninja is powerful. The fourth Mizukage suppresses the ninjas. The large ninjas are dissatisfied and resisted. The ninjas with the boundaries of blood have been slaughtered. The blood fog policy, the high-pressure tactics of the fourth Mizukage. Senju Tobarama spoke very happily. At second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon, how do you feel now? I remember that you watched the liveliness of our Konoha village before. It seemed to be very happy. Now it's your turn, don't you have any feelings? Shiki the Golden Lion. Are all the ninja villages in the Hokage world so boring? It feels like it's all about internal struggles and destroying the ninjas. Li Zan. This is normal. There is a fundamental conflict between the interests of the two sides, and the struggle between them will not end. Ninja village executives hate ninjas. Because the ninjas of the ninja usually put the interests of the ninja above the interests of the ninja village, and they obey the orders of the ninja clan instead of the orders of the ninja village when they encounter important things. For shinobi village, such things as shinobi should not exist. If the ninja village is regarded as a country, the ninja tribe is the warlord in the country. They are powerful and an important part of the country, but they are completely in line with the country in terms of interests, and even bargain with the country on many things. Under such circumstances, it would be strange if the senior officials of Shinobi Village did not suppress the Shinobi clan. For the senior management of Shinobi Village, it is best to disband the Shinobi clan. However, it is human nature to unite to obtain the greatest benefit. It is not easy for the ninjas who have blood relationship as a bond to disband themselves. In the chat group, second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon, fourth Mizukage Yagura, could it be that he is a lunatic? Look at these policies he formulated, it is simply leading Kirigakure to a dead end. The Ghost Lantern and the Moon are dripping blood. When he learned that the Senju family was destroyed by the high-level Konoha, he was still a little bloating in his heart. In the end, he didn't expect the news to come so quickly, and in a blink of an eye his ghost lanterns were gone. According to information from Li Xuan, a Kirigakure ninja, there is only one kid left in the Ghost Lantern clan called Ghost Lantern Shuei, and his whereabouts are still unknown. The level of misery is on par with the Senju clan who are left with only Tsunade. Ghost Lantern Moon was still a little puzzled before. The Senju clan is the #1 ninja clan in Konoha, and there have been 2 generations of Hokage in the clan. How could it be so desolate that there is only one clan left? He still doesn't understand it now, but he already believes in this magical reality. His Ghost Lamp clan's status in Kirigakure is no less than that of Konoha's Senju, and the clan has also appeared in Mizukage. Isn't it the same miserable end? Nothing is impossible, don't overestimate the bottom line of later people. In the chat group, second Mizukage Ghost Lantern asked, Master, please go and see fourth Mizukage Yagura. I want you to ask him why he made these anti-intellectual decisions? Senju Tobarama. I would also like to meet this amazing fourth Mizukage, he is so good. Compared to him, what are Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo? The infighting between Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo is nothing more than to kill someone, force someone away, and suppress a certain ninja. 2 fourth Mizukage contributed Yagura, the Kirigakure ninja whose infighting killed him at least 5 figures. The blood fog policy caused the Kirigakure ninjas to kill each other. Suppressing the ninja directly caused the Kirigakure to disappear, and the double-digit ninja family, and the high-pressure policy caused countless innocent deaths of civilians. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo would not dare to do such a maddening act. This is a scourge to the death of Shinobi Village. Golden Lion Shiki couldn't help but said, this Kirigakure village chief made so many stupid decisions and killed so many of his own people. No one in Kirigakure stood up against him? Whitebeard was also very puzzled. Yeah. The lives of people in this world are fragile. Even the shadow-level ninjas will be killed by sneak attacks. Why is no one killing fourth Mizukage? One Piece Roger. Yes? Since you are dissatisfied with the fourth Mizukage, then stand up and resist. No matter how strong the fourth Mizukage is, it is only a cage-level ninja. Good money Zhao. Is it difficult to kill a cage-level ninja? Just now there is a cage-level ninja showing their vulnerability. Just now, Tong Yekong used herself as a case to vividly show everyone the fragility of cage-level ninjas. A special Jonin with mediocre strength, who hit him hard with an ordinary kunai, making her unable to resist. Waiting to be killed. Although Yi Kang was careless and underestimated the enemy and was unprepared, this is enough to show the fragility of cage-level ninjas. What is there to fear from an enemy that can be killed? Li Zan explained. You think too much, who said that the ninjas in Kirigakure didn't resist. The mist shinobi ninjas who resisted him have always existed. If we hadn't appeared, he would have been killed by these resistors in the end. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. But I can't wait any longer, one more day he lives, and Kirigakure will be devastated for a day. We can't wait for those rebels to defeat him, let him die sooner rather than later. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon still remembers what Li Zan said before, Kirigakure is going to fall out of the ranks of the 5 great ninja villages. He didn't care much at the time, but now it seems that this is not a joke. If Tachibana Yagura continues to play, he can really do such a thing. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Group leader, didn't you say you want to help Kirigakure solve a big problem, right now? Li Zan. Okay, since you said so, let's meet 4th Mizukage. Trust me, you will be shocked. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 125 Hello, Uchiha Obito. Kirigakure, Mizukage Building. Terumi Mei approached here quietly with a group of mist shinobi ninjas. They're the people in Kirigakure who oppose the 4th Mizukage Yagura, and today they will launch a coup to overthrow Yagura. According to the information I got, the drafter Yagura sent out an important ninja force in his hands. It is said that he made a deal with Sanagakure to besiege Sanagakure's Sakoakura. This is an opportunity for us to take advantage of the number of ninjas around him has decreased, and he will be taken down in one fell swoop. Terumi Mei looked at the mist shinobi ninja beside him, cheered them up with high fighting spirit, and gave them a heavyweight news by the way. According to the information we got, 4th Mizukage is likely to be controlled. So everyone don't have psychological burden, we are not rebelling, we are setting things right. After the pre-war mobilization was completed, Terumi Mei waved her hand and shouted, action. Whoosh whoosh. A group of ninjas rushed into the Mizukage building with a tachi in their hands, and the clanging sound of golden and iron symphony sounded instantly, and occasionally the mourning and screaming of the mist shinobi ninjas when they were injured. Not far away, Li Zan stood quietly in the shadows, watching all this silently. Originally, he was going to deal with Yagura, but as soon as he saw Terumi Mei preparing for a coup, he stopped to watch them perform. In the chat group, Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon couldn't help but ask, Master, is it true that the 4th Mizukage Yagura is being controlled? Li Zan replied, It's true, Senju Hashirama suddenly realized. No wonder he made so many stupid decisions, it turned out to be controlled. 387 Senju Tobarama gloated. It's a shame that the dignified Mizukage will be controlled by others. It seems that this Kirigakure is far worse than Konoha. Ghost Lantern Wanyue became angry and retorted. Our Kirigakure tragedy is the fault of outsiders, while your Konoha village tragedy is our own fault. It's far worse. Konoha is far worse than Mist Shinobi. Senju Hashirama came out to mediate. Okay, stop arguing, more than that, I want to know how the 4th Mizukage is controlled. Li Zan replied, 4th Mizukage is an illusion. Ghost Lantern Moon questioned. Illusionism? If I remember correctly, the Mist Shinobi ninja just said that 4th Mizukage is the perfect Jinchuriki, right? Uchiha Shisui wondered, what is a perfect Jinchuriki? Senju Tobarama explained. The perfect Jinchuriki means that the tailed beast and the Jinchuriki trust each other and become partners who fight side by side. Uchiha Shisui. So it is. The best way to break the illusion is to inject chakra into one's body by a partner, disrupting the flow of the original chakra. The tailed beast lives in the body of Jinchuriki, and can inject chakra into Jinchuriki at any time, which is to help solve the problem. The best partner for illusionists. Senju Hashirama. How did the group leader, 4th Mizukage, the perfect Jinchuriki, be controlled by illusion? Li Zan. Yagura was not perfect until he was controlled by Jinchuriki. At that time, he had a normal relationship with 3 tails, and 3 tails would not help him to solve the illusion when he was controlled by illusion. Senju Tobarama. And then what? Li Zan. Yagura met a man who possessed the Sharingan of a kaleidoscope, BFDH, and he was controlled by the other party's illusion as soon as they met. 3 tails did not help him solve the illusion immediately. Then the man who possessed the Mangekyo Sharingan, he used his pupil power to invade the sealed space, and used illusion to control the 3 tails. Senju Tobarama. So it is. 3 tails and Yagura are controlled by the same person, so they work together and become the perfect Jinchuriki in the eyes of others. Li Zan. That's it, One Piece Roger. How sad. If 3 tails and Yagura trust each other, they won't be controlled by illusions, right? Trust again. Whitebeard. That's right. I found that the tragedy in the world of Hokage is basically caused by the lack of trust between the 2 sides. Uchiha Madara. Hasalama, what do you want to say? This is what you advocated back then, and the changes you left behind in the ninja world. How is it possible for people to understand each other? Senju Hashirama. After so many things, Senju Hashirama has been unable to tell others with conviction. People must be able to understand each other. Li Zan. People understand each other. It's easier said than done. If nothing else, say 3 tails and Juju Yagura. Although they are equally tragic, to engage in Yagura is a cage that imprisons 3 tails' freedom. If the 3 tails are free, Yagura, the bridge, will die. One Piece Roger. With such a relationship, it's no wonder they can't be trusted partners. After all, even I can't guarantee that I will forgive those who hinder my teammates. Whitebeard. If that's the case, how did the perfect Jinchuriki come about? Lee Zan. The tailed beast gave up the struggle and chose to accept his fate. In addition, Jinchuriki has a good personality, and the tailed beast who didn't want to move became a partner with Jinchuriki. For nothing else, it was a decent living environment for himself. Senju Tobarama. The metaphor is really an image, but it is also the reason why the perfect Jinchuriki appears. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. It's weird that the person who owns the Mangekyo Sharingan controls the fourth Mizukage. How many ninjas have the Mangekyo Sharingan in the ninja world? Uchiha Shisui. Could it be that you suspect this is the work of the Uchiha clan? Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Besides the Uchiha clan, who else has the Mangekyo Sharingan? Senju Tobarama. The group owner has it. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Senju Hashirama. Tobarama mess up. Uchiha Shisui. Hitaki Kakashi of Konoha also has Sharingan, which is transplanted. Sharingan can be transplanted, and it can be used normally after transplantation. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. You suspect that the man who controls fourth Mizukage, his Mangekyo Sharingan is a transplant? Uchiha Shisui. It's possible, or it could be someone who betrayed Uchiha. Don't forget, Konoha's Nine Tails Rebellion was also started by a person with a Sharingan. Namikaze Minato. Wait, you said that the person who controlled the fourth Mizukage was the same person who started the Konoha Nine Tails Rebellion. Lee Zan. No need to guess, it's the same person. Namikaze Minato said in surprise, really the same person? Lee Zan. That's right, not only that, his identity will surely shock you. Outside world. Shortly after Terumi Mei and others rushed into the Mizukage building, the entire Mizukage building shook suddenly, and then an endless stream of water spewed out of it. Apparently someone used a large water style inside. A legal little boy with a weapon and a masked man in a red cloud uniform on a black background rushed out of the Mizukage building. In the chat group, Namikaze Minato got excited. Mask man? It's really him. Although he changed the mask style, the shape of only one Sharingan has not changed at all. Senju Tobarama. Group owner, his Sharingan is from Sanguyu. Lee Zan. He has Hashirama cells in his body, and he can use Mangekyo's abilities without showing Mangekyo's pattern. Senju Hashirama said in amazement, I still have my cells? I now suspect that he has something to do with Shimura Danzo. Senju Tobarama. Big brother, you are wrong. Although Shimura Danzo has Hashirama cells and Sharingan, he obviously cannot drive such a strongman. Namikaze Minato. Master, don't you want to help? People like Kirigakure are probably not the opponents of the masked man. Lee Zan. Don't worry, I'll go now. Although Lee Zan knew that Uchiha Obito would not fight with Terumi Mei and others, Terumi Mei and others would definitely win. But letting Uchiha Obito go was not in his plan, and he thought it was time for him to finish. Outside world. Uchiha Obito controls Yagura and the three tails inside him. Yagura's body changes rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, he turns into a huge bastard with three tails swaying wildly behind him. Completely tailed beast. Uchiha Obito stood on top of three tails, looked at Terumi Mei and the others below and sneered. Well, you guys are surprisingly capable, and you found out about Yagura's abnormality. He turned his eyes, looked at Ching beside Terumi Mei and sneered. Is it because of your white eye? It's trouble to see Chakra's eyes. If I knew I would have destroyed him in advance. Terumi Mei took a step forward and looked at Uchiha Obito and said coldly. We will never forgive you who manipulated Mizukage, fooled Kirin, and committed numerous crimes in Kirigakure. Uchiha Obito said disdainfully. Forgive? Let three tails make a big fuss in Kirigakure, whether Kirigakure can still exist or not. I need your forgiveness. Three tails, let's make a big fuss. Roar. Three tails let out a roar, and the three tails fluttered into a gust of wind, causing Terumi Mei's complexion to change greatly. Even cage-level ninjas are not easy to deal with tailed beasts, and low-level ninjas face it and it is the end of being mowed. Boom. When Terumi Mei was worried about how many people would be left in Kirigakure after the battle, a wooden dragon broke out from behind three tails and wrapped three tails all at once. The wooden dragon's body was extremely tough, and after wrapping around the three tails, it contracted forcefully, and the three tails' turtle shells rattled. Wood style. Uchiha Obito's complexion changed greatly, who used the wood dragon technique. He had only seen this ninjutsu in the illusion given by Uchiha Madara, and he could not use it himself. Yo, hello, Uchiha Obito. Lee Zan appeared in front of Obito and greeted him with a smile. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 126. The old man is the mastermind behind the scenes. As soon as Lee Zan said this greeting, not only Uchiha Obito was stunned, but the undead in the chat group were also stunned. After a while, Senju Tobarama was the first to speak. Uchiha Obito? If I remember correctly, Namikaze Minato has a disciple also named Uchiha Obito. Namikaze Minato. Master, you wouldn't say that this is my dead disciple, right? Uchiha Shisui. Impossible. The group owner said before that Uchiha Obito died to save Hitaki Kakashi. Lee Zan explained. When did I say that Uchiha Obito died to save Hitaki Kakashi? What I said was that he was buried in a stone to save Hitaki Kakashi. Namikaze Minato couldn't believe it. Is he really Obito? Impossible. Obito is very talented, how could he have such strength? Lee Zan said calmly. Your teacher, Jiraiya, was the tail of the crane when he was in school. Uchiha Obito, like him, was the tail of the crane. Namikaze Minato. Speechless. Senju Tobarama. Is the masked man in front of him Uchiha Obito? That's right. No wonder his mask only shows one eye. I thought it had a special meaning. Now that I think about it, it's because he gave the other eye to Hitaki Kakashi, already. Namikaze Minato said disappointedly. Is that so? That's it. No wonder during the Nine Tails riot, I asked him if he was Uchiha Madara, he didn't answer but took off his hood. I should have known his hairstyle. Recognize him. Lee Zan. Don't be sad, even if you recognized him at the time, it didn't make any sense. Namikaze Minato. No, if I had recognized the tower, maybe I could have turned him back. Lee Zan said bluntly. Naive. At that time, he had already released 9 tails, made your wife Kushina die soon, and put Konoha village into a tail beast crisis. What's the use of you recognizing him? You can't keep him even if he surrenders. Namikaze Minato. Makes sense. Senju Hashirama. What happened to Uchiha Obito? If I remember correctly, he's a guy who values his partner a lot. Whitebeard. That's right, I still remember what he said. A person who doesn't cherish a partner is worse than a waste, but lousy appreciates him very much. One Piece Roger. How can a person who can say such things and take risks in order to save his comrades destroy his own village and hurt his comrades in the village? Fire Fist Ace. Something must have happened to him. Outside world. Lee Zan paid attention to those who spoke in the chat group, but did not answer their questions in the chat group because he didn't want to say the same thing twice. Uchiha Obito was stunned for a moment, then said coldly. What did you say? Uchiha Obito or something, I have never even heard of such a person. Lee Zan laughed. Really? If you're not Uchiha Obito, who are you? Uchiha Obito said Uchiha Madara's voice. I am Uchiha Madara. In the chat group. Senju Hashirama. Senju Tobarama. So it is, Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Obito's change is yours, right? Uchiha Shisui. Impossible. Uchiha Madara should have died long ago when Uchiha Obito had an accident. Senju Tobarama sneered. Nothing is impossible. Even if Uchiha Madara is dead, it doesn't prevent him from leaving behind some unknown means. Otherwise, how could Uchiha Obito make Uchiha Madara's voice? Uchiha Shisui was stunned. That voice is Uchiha Madara's voice? Senju Hashirama. That's right, I've known Madara for so many years, and I know him so well. This voice is definitely Madara's voice. How could Uchiha Obito make Madara's voice? Doflamingo. Fufufufu. Not only does he pretend to be Uchiha Madara, but he can also speak in Uchiha Madara's voice. To say that Uchiha Obito has nothing to do with Uchiha Madara, I definitely don't believe it. Uchiha Madara snorted coldly. Do you believe it or not? Why does Uchiha Obito make my voice? Why should I explain this kind of thing to you? Ghost Lantern Wanyue sneered. Since Uchiha Madara doesn't want to say it, then we don't have to force it. Anyway, the master of the group knows everything, and he will definitely be able to answer our doubts. Lee Zan. That's right, don't ask Ban, I know all these things. Outside world. Lee Zan looked at Uchiha Obito and smiled. Did you know that Rin Nohara was cursed by Uchiha Madara? Hearing this, Uchiha Obito, who was about to leave, trembled all over his body, staring at Lee Zan with one eye, and asked in a hoarse voice, what did you say? Uchiha Obito did not speak in Uchiha Madara's voice again, and his words simply showed that he was not Uchiha Madara. But Uchiha Obito doesn't care anymore, he now wants to know what Lee Zan means by that. Lee Zan smiled and said slowly, since you want to know, then I will tell you a story. A story that is very different from what you have learned. There used to be a boy named Uchiha Obito. He was hit by a stone in order to save his teammates and fell into an underground cave. In this underground cave, there is a lingering old man. The identity of the old man is extraordinary. He is the once famous ninja Shura, Uchiha Madara. In order to complete his plan, he has been waiting for someone. After he dies, do what he has to do for him, and then bring him back to life. The appearance of the young man caught the attention of the old man, because the young man's pupil skills were too strong. The first time he opened his eyes, he had 2 eyes with double hooks, and he only used 1-2 Tomo Sharingan, which triggered the power of space. Stones hit him. It was as if his body had penetrated, and this power allowed the young man to survive the crisis of falling rocks. The old man is shocked, because even he doesn't have such a terrifying talent for pupil art. He believes that this young man is the one sent by God to help him fulfill his ideals. The old man asked his subordinates to investigate the boy, and the old man was ecstatic, because he found out that there is love in the boy's heart, and what happens to Uchiha, who has love in his heart, when he loses his love, no one knows better than him. Once the Uchiha people who have the talent of pupil art lose the love in their hearts, the negative emotions will stimulate their eyes, allowing the Sharingan to evolve and upgrade, and there is a great possibility to give birth to the Mangekyo Sharingan. The old man found the young man's favorite girl, his teammate Rin Nohara. He had the mist shinobi ninja he controlled to capture Rin Nohara, implanted 3 tails in her body, and planted a spell that would prevent her from committing suicide. Print. Then Nohara Rin was rescued by Hitaki Kakashi, and the old man's mist shinobi ninja chased him all the way. At this time, the young man was also provoked by the old man and entered the stage at the right time. The girl knows that there is a tailed beast in her body, and the tailed beast will rush out of her body after she returns to Konoha and destroy Konoha. Nohara Rin, who doesn't want her village to be destroyed, wants to die, but she takes the initiative to kill herself. Bumped into the attack of teammate Hitaki Kakashi. This scene happened very timely, just happened to be seen by the teenager. Then, a brand new pair of Mangekyo Sharingan was born. Lee Zan looked at Uchiha Obito, who was trembling all over, and said in a low voice, "I have to admit, Uchiha Madara has a strong ability to control others. Rin Nohara's suicide timing is just right, it's absolutely amazing." Uchiha Obito cupped his head and growled, "Shut up." Uchiha Obito has believed Lee Zan's words, because of the curse that prevents suicide and controls others. Uchiha Madara has also planted it in his heart. If you think about it, everything he went through after meeting Uchiha Madara was too coincidental. Those coincidences simply do not stand up to scrutiny. Why does Uchiha Madara tell others that the world is hell? If it's just telling him this theory, it's not right to let him go after telling him these things. It was very wrong to let him go after knowing these secrets to him, and Uchiha Madara was even sure that he would come back. Fuck, recalling carefully, Uchiha Madara's performance at that time, almost pointed to the nose and told Uchiha Obito, the old man is the mastermind behind the scenes. Pity. At that time, Uchiha Obito saw Nohara Rin die at the hands of Hitaki Kakashi with his own eyes. Under the shock of his heart, he directly blackened. After accepting Uchiha Madara's theory, he just wanted to complete Project Tsuki no Mi, and did not recall what happened at that time. For Flowers, more importantly, that memory was a nightmare for him, a pain that he didn't want to be mentioned. He didn't want to recall it himself, so how could he find something wrong? But now that Lee Zan forcibly reminded him of this memory, he finally found the problem. You know so much. Uchiha Obito raised his head and looked at Lee Zan coldly. Lee Zan shook his head and sighed lightly, puff. This is not the look of my benefactor. You think I know too much? Uchiha Obito snorted coldly and said, although Uchiha Madara lied to me, Project Tsuki no Mi is fine. Lee Zan curled his lips and said, don't be stupid. Uchiha Madara, you, and Nagato, 3 paranoid paranoiacs with sick brains, 1 or 2 of them think they are the protagonists. In fact, you are all deceived and used helmet goods, understand? Uchiha Obito looked angry. What did you say? Lee Zan sneered. I have to admit, you and Uchiha Madara are all the same. Don't you think the way you treat Nagato is very similar to the way Uchiha Madara treats you? Thinking of turning Nagato into his own pawn. In fact, you are Uchiha Madara's pawn from beginning to end, and you cannot escape. Uchiha Obito's body trembled as he stared at Lee Zan with one eye. In the chat group, there was already a falling out at this time. As early as Lee Zan said how Uchiha Madara calculated Uchiha Obito, Senju Hashirama couldn't help scolding Uchiha Madara. Madara, you are too much. Uchiha Obito is your clan. How can you bear to deal with him like this? One Piece Roger is also annoyed. It's a bastard to fool other people's partners like this. Senju Tobarama scoffs. That's why I hate the Uchiha clan. The source of their power is so evil. Uchiha Shisui retorted. Nidame, Uchiha's power is not evil. Sharingan evolves after losing his love. Isn't it proof that Uchiha wants to change the tragedy? Just because he has no power and can't protect his love, he upgrades Sharingan to make up for it. Own inadequacies. Senju Tobarama. You should be saying this yourself, but there are too few people like you. Most Uchihas become extremely paranoid after having Sharingan, and Uchiha Obito should be that kind of person. Doflamingo. Fufufufu, it seems that his experience has made him despair, and he has recognized the theory that Uchiha Madara said that the world is hell and the illusion is heaven. Namikaze Minato. No wonder people always make trouble when I support Kakashi and the others. It turns out that Uchiha Madara did it. Senju Tobarama. It's a pity. A boy who used to be good was turned into this shape by Uchiha Madara. Whitebeard. I liked him before he didn't have Blacken. Howard Stark. If that's the case, then Uchiha Obito's behavior is understandable. His sabotage in Konoha village and Kirigakure was all about revenge. Senju Tobarama. Retaliation? It's possible. Konoha village didn't protect his ninjas, Namikaze Minato didn't protect his disciples, so he started the Nine Tails Rebellion. Kirigakure ninja implanted 3 tails into Nohara Rin, he controlled 3 tails Jinchuriki as Mizukage, and made Kirigakure a mess with blood fog policy and high pressure policy. Second Mizukage Ghost Lantern Moon. Konoha village's revenge is still reasonable. What happened to us Kirigakure? We were used from beginning to end. Namikaze Minato. I am also innocent. Uchiha Madara sent people to trouble me, and I am always one step behind. Lee Zan. Don't say these are useless. What's the point? Uchiha Obito is pitiful, but he doesn't need too much sympathy. In the end, He is a defeated dog. The goddess he secretly loves died, and then he took out all kinds of anger. Other people. Li Zan. Don't say anything about infinite Tsukuyomi. If he thinks infinite Tsukuyomi is real and feasible, wouldn't he just revive Rin Nohara in his dreams? Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina took care of him so much, but he still killed him mercilessly. Everyone heard the words and expressed their approval. Although Uchiha Obito is very pitiful, but those Konoha shinobi and mist shinobi ninjas who were killed by him are not pitiful. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 127. There is no way to struggle, except your fate. In the chat group, Li Zan, at Namikaze Minato, arrange things on your side, it's really impossible to keep a clone. Get ready, I'm going to summon you to clear the door. Namikaze Minato hesitated, let me do it. Li Zan. If you don't want to do it yourself, I can handle him for you. Namikaze Minato. Forget it, he is my disciple after all, so let me personally send him on the road. It was my fault for not stopping him during the Nine Tails Rebellion. Today, let me correct the mistakes I made. Bar. Li Zan smiled and said, alright, I also think it's really a pity that you only decided the winner and the loser on the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion. Outside world. Li Zan looked at Uchiha Obito, stepped on the soles of his feet lightly, and a pitch-black incantation immediately appeared on the tortoise shell of the three tails under his feet, summoning technique. A wooden coffin was raised in the summoning spell, the lid opened, and Namikaze Minato stepped out. Obito, long time no see. Namikaze Minato looked at Uchiha Obito in front of him and said with a complicated expression. Teacher, I didn't expect you to be reincarnated. In the one eye under Uchiha Obito's mask, there is a touch of complexity. On the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion, Uchiha Obito felt that he had the Kamui, magical skill, the Hashirama cell, magical outfit, and the Nine Tails, magical beast, and it was easy to defeat his former teacher Namikaze Minato. In the end, it didn't work out. Namikaze Minato's set of Flying Thunder God second stage plus Rasengan taught his rebels a good lesson. He severely attacked his arrogance. 387. And let him understand that there are mountains beyond the mountains. The truth of others. He would have gone to see Uchiha Madara if it wasn't for the fact that he was wearing Dubi White Zetsu Afei as a shell, and his body made of Hashirama cells cushioned Rasengan's attack power. At that time, Uchiha Obito understood his shortcoming, actual combat experience and combat awareness. Although the teaching video left by the grandfather, Uchiha Madara is precious, the combat experience gained from watching the video can be obtained from countless life and death fights with Namikaze Minato. The combat experience is simply incomparable. Miss Minato, long time no see, this time, it's not so easy for you to beat me. Uchiha Obito had a low tone, but was confident he would not lose to Namikaze Minato again. He lost the time-space ninjutsu contest at the beginning, but he has never given up on improving his own strength over the past few years. And Namikaze Minato has been a dead person in these years, and a dead person can't be promoted. Obito, I really don't want to see you go down this road. Namikaze Minato took out a kunai from himself, looked at Uchiha Obito in front of him and sighed, how I wish you could become Hokage. Flying Thunder God technique. Namikaze Minato's body disappeared in place in an instant and appeared in front of Uchiha Obito in the blink of an eye, with kunai in his hand across his neck. Why? Uchiha Obito widened his eyes in astonishment. How did Namikaze Minato approach him? On the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion, when I fought with you, I left the mark of Flying Thunder God technique on your body. Namikaze Minato looked at Uchiha Obito with a complicated look and answered his doubts, the mark of Flying Thunder God technique will not disappear. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama, 4th generation, since you left the Flying Thunder God imprint on Uchiha Obito on the night of the Nine Tails Rebellion, why didn't you just kill him? Senju Hashirama. Yeah, you, who left the Flying Thunder God mark on him, can appear by his side at any time. It is also possible to kill him directly if he is unexpected. Namikaze Minato. Because when I defeated him, Nine Tails was still in chaos in Konoha village. In order to save Chakra from dealing with Nine Tails, I let him go for a while. After all, he chose to run away and there was no threat to Konoha village. I originally intended to kill Nine Tails after dealing with him, who knows? Li Zan. Who knew that you found out that Uzumaki Kushina is dead, and you will die when you get excited? Namikaze Minato said embarrassedly. Senju Tobarama reluctantly said, if you say that, Uzumaki Naruto should hate you. You know Uchiha Obito's threat, and you were sure of destroying him, but you still gave Uzumaki Naruto this difficult task. You know, at that time he's still a newborn. Namikaze Minato embarrassed. Ha. Li Zan. Calm down, this is Konoha's basic operation. Fire Fist Ace couldn't help but said, is this still a basic operation? Li Zan said calmly. Yeah, Uchiha Itachi can kill his father, mother, whole family and even Konoha for his younger brother. Uchiha Obito can kill his wife, destroy the village and even destroy the world for his crush. Compared with them, Namikaze Minato, what all the fuss is about giving up your life, your village and your children for the sake of your wife. Namikaze Minato. One Piece Roger. You're right, compared to those two Uchihas, Namikaze Minato's operation is nothing. By the way, are there many such paranoiacs in the Hokage world? Lee Zan. For the whole world, there are very few such people, but for those who stand at the top of the ninja world, there are definitely not many such people. Golden Lion Shiki. Laughing ha ha ha. Brocon, secret crush, wife control. This kind of person is really interesting, and will do anything for the control. Outside world. Uchiha Obito's body gradually became illusory, and then appeared not far away intact. Namikaze Minato's expression froze, and he said, Izanagi. No, why isn't his Sharingan blind? Namikaze Minato was shocked, and asked in disbelief. Is it possible that after having Hashirama cells, releasing Izanagi with Sharingan will not go blind? Lee Zan explained. No, because he didn't use his own Sharingan, but the one covered by the mask. After he gave his own Sharingan to Hitaki Kakashi, he dug someone else's Sharingan to make up for himself. Uchiha Obito said coldly. You know a lot, but it's meaningless. I'm on guard now, Mr. Minato, don't try to kill me with the Flying Thunder God technique. Saying that, he grabbed his arm violently, tore off a piece of flesh and blood from it, and then threw it out far away. On that piece of flesh, there was the mark of the Flying Thunder God left by Namikaze Minato. Namikaze Minato smiled bitterly. Trouble. Without the mark of Flying Thunder God, it's not easy for me to deal with him again. Having said that, Namikaze Minato looked at Uchiha Obito with a firm expression and was ready for battle. Uchiha Obito raised his hand and said, Forget it, Mr. Minato, I don't want to fight you now. You should be very clear? As long as I don't want to fight you, you can't help me? Uchiha Obito is confident. Namikaze Minato has felt his Kamui hollow, and he is confident that he can bluff Namikaze Minato. In fact, it was true, Namikaze Minato was really intimidated by him. But unlike what he imagined, Namikaze Minato, who was bluffed, did not let him go, but instead turned to the bosses around him for help. Master Group Leader, I can't stop him from running. His time and space ninjutsu can invalidate other people's attacks. I don't know how to stop him. Namikaze Minato said with a bitter face. I wanted to send him away myself, but now it seems that you have to do it. Uchiha Obito looked at Lee Zan, and when he saw the other party looking at him with a playful expression, he felt a little uneasy. Lee Zan laughed. Don't worry, it's easy to deal with him. He also has weaknesses in time and space. Let me explain it to you. After listening, you will find that it is not difficult to deal with him. Lee Zan stared at Uchiha Obito, making him not dare to act rashly, and said, His Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil technique is called Kamui, and the Kamui of the two eyes is slightly different. The Kamui of the right eye can not only absorb what it touches when you go to a different dimension, you can also hollow your own body, that is, let your body be in a different dimension. Namikaze Minato suddenly said, No wonder my attacks always pass through his body. It turns out that his body is no longer in the real world, and what remains outside is just a phantom. Shiki, the Golden Lion in the chat group, commented, This ability sounds similar to the elementalization of the body of the Logia Devil Fruit ability, but his element is a space element that has never appeared before. One Piece Roger's excited proposal, Can Armament Hockey attack him? Maybe the group owner can try. Whitebeard. That's impossible, right? He's not a real demon fruit power. Senju Tobarama. Is this ability flawed? There is no invincible ninjutsu in the world. Outside world. Lee Zan said, It's easy to attack Kamui Hollow, just attack him for 5 minutes in a row. Namikaze Minato wondered, why? Lee Zan said, Because Kamui is the pupil of the Mangekyo Sharingan, and the release of pupil power is limited by pupil power. Even if he has Hashirama cells to restore pupil power, it will take time to recover. 5 minutes is enough time for him to recover. All the pupil power is exhausted. Namikaze Minato suddenly realized, so it is, he prepared a Sharingan for himself to use to release Izanagi. Is it because Mangekyo's pupils are exhausted? Lee Zan nodded and said, That's right, the time Izanagi bought him was enough for the Hashirama cells in his body to restore some of his pupil strength. Namikaze Minato sighed with emotion. Kamui is an almost invincible ability, continuously attacking for 5 minutes. He has to ensure that he uses Kamui Hollow instead of hard attacking to restore pupil strength every time. Fortunately, I am now a reincarnation of rice soil. I have an endless supply of chakra. Otherwise, this method is of no use to me. Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power is indeed limited, but ninja's chakra is also limited. Uchiha Obito's own evasion and defense capabilities are also very good. If he wanted to use the attack that forced him to use Kamui Hollow to avoid for 5 minutes, Namikaze Minato felt that he couldn't hold it, and he couldn't hold it even if he was drained. Lee Zan laughed. It doesn't matter, there are more ways to deal with him. Kamui Hollow can transfer his body to the alien space, but the phantom he left outside will still reveal his position. Space, he needs at least 10 seconds, during this time, he can be attacked. Namikaze Minato's eyes lit up, this method is good. Senju Tobarama sighed in the chat group. It took so long to completely transfer myself to another dimension. This is a big flaw. Lee Zan said outside. The reason it takes so long is because he only has one eye. If he retracts the other eye, the time can be reduced to less than 3 seconds. Senju Tobarama in the chat group was shocked. Nani? It only takes 3 seconds, are you serious? Lee Zan replied. Of course. Senju Hashirama sighed. Is that so? That's a terrifying ability. Li Zan said in the chat group. This ability was not so scary before. The reason why 3.7 became so scary is because he got Hashirama cells. Hashirama cells restore pupil power, so Kamui, the Mangekyo pupil technique, can be so unscrupulous. Usage of Uchiha Shisui. Indeed. Without Hashirama cells, Mangekyo Sharingan would have a backlash every time it was used, and the consumption of chakra would be terrifying. Without Hashirama cells, Uchiha Obito's Mangekyo Sharingan would have been blinded long ago, let alone used casually. Senju Hashirama. Really? The old man's cells are quite powerful, ha ha ha. Uchiha Madara. Hashirama, can you stop being such an idiot? Senju Hashirama sighed. I'm just a little emotional. I didn't expect that the cells of my Senju family in the eyes of the Uchiha family would have such a terrifying effect. Outside world. Namikaze Minato asked, Master, is there no other way? 5 minutes, I feel a little troublesome. Namikaze Minato is a man of speed, and 5 minutes makes him a little embarrassed. When he fought in the past, it was basically over in a blink of an eye, and the Golden Flash was definitely not a vain name. Li Zan said, if you feel troublesome, you can take Konoha and bring Hitaki Kakashi's Sharingan. 2 Mangekyo Sharingans can open the same different space, and send a shadow clone in to guard the corpse. Listening to Li Zan's words, Uchiha Obito was silent. Finally, he sat down sullenly. After hearing that Li Zan revealed so much information about him, he was already sure that he would not be able to leave. There is no way to struggle, accept your fate. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 128. What did you pay? Years. Namikaze Minato was just about to start, when Uchiha Obito sat down with a grin. Don't do it, I admit defeat. Uchiha Obito took off his mask and said expressionlessly. Admit defeat? Namikaze Minato looked astonished, as if he couldn't believe it. My weakness is known to you, so there is no need to continue struggling. I really regret it, I should have taken back Hitaki Kakashi's Sharingan in the first place. Uchiha Obito looked indifferent. The Sharingan in Hitaki Kakashi's hand was the real reason why he gave up struggling. Facing 4th Hokage with Flying Thunder God technique, he was not sure to take back the Sharingan from Hitaki Kakashi before the other party. In other words, that Sharingan will definitely fall into Namikaze Minato's hands, which means the end of his dream. As long as Namikaze Minato uses the Sharingan in Hitaki Kakashi's hand to send his shadow clone to the Kamui space, then Uchiha Obito's biggest reliance, Kamui Hollow, will lose its effect. Without the bug-like ability of Kamui Hollow, can Uchiha Obito still use the identity of Uchiha Madara to pretend to be a ghost? No, he doesn't even have the confidence to stand in front of Nagato, let alone use Nagato to execute Project Tsuki no Mi. This is the real reason why Uchiha Obito chose to throw in the towel. His dream is no longer possible. He is now a salted fish who has lost his dreams, and there is no strange light in his eyes. Snapped. Li Zan instantly appeared beside Uchiha Obito, slapped him on the shoulder, and the jet black spell quickly covered his body. Seal. Puff. After sealing Uchiha Obito's chakra, Li Zan reached out and deducted Uchiha Obito's Mangekyo Sharingan. This eye is precious and Li Zan is useful. Hash. Namikaze Minato sighed unbearably and turned his head away from the picture. Do not worry, he has Hashirama cells in his body, and he can use any eyeball he finds in it. Li Zan comforted Namikaze Minato casually, took out a sealed scroll from Uchiha Obito, and took out a tube of pale green nutrient solution from it, which contained a spare Sharingan prepared by Uchiha Obito. Li Zan took out the spare Sharingan and put it on Uchiha Obito, giving him 15 vision again, and then put Kamui Mangekyo in the nutrient solution for preservation. This guy is up to you to handle. Li Zan threw Uchiha Obito to Namikaze Minato. Namikaze Minato said no nonsense, took over to say goodbye to Li Zan, and returned to Konoha directly with Flying Thunder God technique. The Flying Thunder God technique, which spans 2 villages, can drain Namikaze Minato's chakra in one use. Fortunately, he now has unlimited chakra, and this kind of traveling magic can be used at will. Boom. At this moment, the 3 tails big tortoise under Li Zan's feet shook. Uchiha Obito lost the Mangekyo Sharingan and was sealed with chakra, and the 3 tails controlled by him gradually regained their senses. Roar. As soon as he let out a low growl, 3 tails felt a tightness on his body, and a wooden dragon without claws wrapped around it, almost shattering its tortoise shell when it contracted hard. Under great pressure, the 3 tails big turtle decided to choose from the heart, and the body quickly retracted into the body of the Jinchuriki chair Yagura. I am. Yuzu Yagura also woke up from the illusion, looking at the surrounding scene with a dazed expression. Snapped. Li Zan's body appeared next to Yagura's composition, a slap on his shoulder, and a powerful seal imprisoned his chakra. Terumi Mei, who had been in wait-and-see mode, changed her expression, stepped forward and looked at Li Zan. What do you want to do to our 4th Mizukage? Li Zan laughed. 4th Mizukage has done so many angry things, Kirigakure won't let him go easily? Terumi Mei frowned. You want to save him? Li Zan shook his head and said, no, I'm just afraid that he will die when he shouldn't. Once I borrow him, I will return him to you in a few days. Terumi Mei laughed. Can I refuse? Neither 4th Mizukage nor Kirigakure's 3 tails Jinchuriki can easily be handed over to others. Li Zan smiled and said, of course you can refuse, but I don't have to ask for your permission. If you can stop me, then come. Boom. The wooden dragon that lost 3 tails, the object of its restraint, suddenly swelled up, and a wooden giant no less than Susanoo was judged from it. The wooden giant is the existence of Susanoo. The tailless wooden dragon is wrapped around its body, and 2 pairs of huge golden eyes staring at Terumi Mei below. Feeling the terrifying aura emanating from wooden golem and wooden dragon, Terumi Mei had a lot of things to say. Just by seeing how easily the wooden dragon can defeat 3 tails, you can tell that the pair of wooden dragons in front of her is definitely not something she can deal with. Okay. You won, and now Kirigakures can't stop you. Looking at the wooden dragon man behind Li Zan, Terumi Mei almost couldn't help scolding her mother. If this monster, which is no less than a tailed beast, riots in Kirigakure, it will cause no less damage than the 3 tails riot. Then, there will be an appointment later. Li Zan smiled at Terumi Mei. I will definitely bring Tachibana Yagura back to you. The soil under Li Zan's feet shattered, forming a rocky earthen platform to hold Li Zan up, and lift him up with Yagura, a building chair. Will there be a future? Terumi Mei frowned slightly at Li Zan, who was lifted into the sky, and then glanced at wooden golem and wood dragon who lost their light and quickly became dead. It must be first Hokage's wood style to be able to easily defeat the tailed beast. Terumi Mei thought to himself that there is a record of first Hokage Senju Hashirama in Kirigakure's materials. After all, that is the god of ninjas who ended the Sengoku era and created the system of 1 country and 1 village. Among those records, wooden golem jutsu and wooden dragon technique are also among them. Originally Terumi Mei thought that the record was a bit exaggerated, but now it seems that the record is really unpretentious. 4th Hokage, wood style, who have been dead for several years and reappeared. It's been too long since they came to Kirigakure, and we need to understand the outside world. Terumi Mei made up her mind to integrate Kirigakure first and then the rest. In the chat group, Ghost Lantern Wanyue asked a little aggrieved. Master, why did you take Kirigakure's 3 tails? Li Zan. Because, I need 3 tails, Ghost Lantern Wanyue was shocked. Aren't you going to return 3 tails to Kirigakure? This is an important power of Kirigakure. Li Zan. Not only the 3 tails, but also the other tailed beasts. Anyway, it is not good for this thing to stay in the major ninja villages. The measures of distributing the tailed beasts have proved to be useless. 2nd Mizukage. Aren't we just Kirigakure losing the tail beast? That's fine. Senju Tobarama sneered. Are you sure? Yagura Tangerine has greatly damaged the vitality of the scourge of Kirigakure, and now has lost the deterrent power of the tailed beast. Is Kirigakure still one of the 5 great ninja villages? Ghost Lantern Wanyue sneered. Do you think our Kirigakure is as hated as your Konoha village? Even if our strength is weakened, no one will attack us. We have a lot of time to rest and recover, and sooner or later we will regain our original strength. Ghost Lantern Moon said optimistically. The girl who led people to overthrow 4th Mizukage is not bad. She is bold, decisive, wise, and able to give up. He will definitely become Kirigakure's 5th Mizukage and carry forward Kirigakure. Senju Hashirama. Master, why are you collecting tailed beasts? I admit that my goal of distributing tailed beasts has been proven unsuccessful, but what's the use of collecting this kind of thing? With your strength, even if 9 tails is right, you're not much use, are you? Li Zan. 9 tails are no longer effective for me, but 10 tails are different, right? Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara. Senju Hashirama wondered, 10 tails? As far as I know, there are only 9 tailed beasts from 1 tail to 9 tails. Where did 10 tails come from? Uchiha Madara said with a complicated mood. Hashirama, 10 tails exist. From 1 tail to 9 tails, the 9-headed tailed beasts are all differentiated from 10 tails. Senju Tobarama became wary. Uchiha Madara, is this your plan again? Li Zan. No, this is not Uchiha Madara's plan. He is just an executor, and 10 tails is his goal. After becoming 10 tails Jinchuriki, he can complete Project Tsuki no Mi and release infinite Tsukuyomi to the entire ninja world. Uchiha Shisui. So it is? I was wondering before, what does Uchiha Madara do to unleash illusions on the entire ninja world? This is not something ordinary people can do at all. Uchiha Madara. It's really not something ordinary people can do, or even a human being. But as long as you become 10 tails Jinchuriki, you can have the power of the legendary Sage of 6 Paths, and it's not like releasing infinite Tsukuyomi. Cannot. One Piece Roger. Sage of 6 Paths? I never asked, who is this? Senju Hashirama. The legend of an invincible ninja who created the world. Shiki, the golden lion, was shocked. Create the world? Jia ha ha ha. The old man has become interested in 10 tails, and I really want to see what the power to create the world is like. Whitebeard. Gu la 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 work event look event. That's right, Lousy is also very curious. There are many forces in the pirate world that can destroy the world, but the power that can create the world has never been heard of. Uchiha Madara. I don't know what that power is, but I think I should be able to see it. Lord of the group, you want to be Ten Tails Jinchuriki too, right? Lee Zan. Yes. You don't want to give me Rinnegan through the chat group, I can only go to the Rinnegan you stay in the ninja world. Uchiha Madara's heart is heavy. It's really annoying that you know everything like this. Lee Zan. I've upset you. That's an honor, Senju Hashirama. Wait, what did you just say? Lord, how could Madara have a Rinnegan? Senju Tobarama. Yeah, Rinnegan is the Eye of Sage of Six Paths. If Madara had such eyes, he might not have lost to Big Brother. Lee Zan. Madara, is it up to you to tell them, or is it up to me to tell them? Uchiha Madara Tsunere said. Hasalama, you don't really think that you killed me in the first place, do you? Don't be stupid, being killed by you is just my plan. I didn't really die, or else how'd I arrange for Uchiha Obito? Senju Tobarama. That's right, I just felt strange. How did Uchiha Madara live to meet Uchiha Obito? After he died, I personally nailed the coffin board for him. Although Senju Tobarama did not study Uchiha Madara's body, he sealed Uchiha Madara's coffin. Uchiha Madara, because I am not dead at all, or I am resurrected after death. Senju Tobarama's spirits shook. How did you come back to life? Uchiha Madara. The method of my resurrection is familiar to everyone, and it is Izanagi. Senju Tobarama denies. Impossible. I have seen your dead body for a few hours before Izanagi can rewrite it. Uchiha Madara said disdainfully. Stupid Tobarama. The Izanagi you know is just the Izanagi cast by the ordinary Sharingan. Using the Mangekyo Sharingan to cast Izanagi can rewrite all this. Senju Tobarama couldn't help asking Lee Zan for confirmation. Master, is what he said true? Lee Zan. It's true. He stored Izanagi in his eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and deceived you in the form of a time difference. After his body was sealed by Senju Tobarama, Izanagi took effect and resurrected him. Uchiha Madara sneered. Then I got a 387 clone and left it in the coffin, so that when Tobarama came to check, it was wrong. Then I went back to my seclusion place and took out the flesh and blood of Hashirama I took out to cultivate. Senju Hashirama wondered, my flesh and blood? Lee Zan smiled and said, yeah? Uchiha Madara took the opportunity to bite you, a heartbreaker, during the last battle with you, put your flesh and blood in his mouth, took it back and stuffed it into the wound on his chest. Senju Hashirama was stunned. Put my flesh and blood in his wound? Senju Tobarama. Transplanting eldest brother's cells? Sure enough, only those with Sharingan can suppress the antiphagy of Hashirama cells. Uchiha Madara was surprised. You know that too? Senju Tobarama said proudly. What do you think? I am a professional in research and invention. I have long discovered the defects of Hashirama cells, and the exuberant vitality is not something ordinary people can control. Only those with strong spiritual power can suppress it. Hashirama cells. Uchiha Madara mocked. It's a pity that you didn't tell others about the results of this research in the end, because you were afraid of Uchiha? Senju Tobarama said frankly. That's right. The Uchiha clan who opened Sharingan have a very high success rate of transplanting Hashirama cells. But I still didn't let them do the experiment, because I was worried that the Uchiha clan who became stronger would get out of control. Uchiha Shisui. Those who have Sharingan can suppress the antiphagy of Hashirama cells. So it is. Uchiha Obito has Mangekyo Sharingan. Shimura Danzo transplanted my Mangekyo and Sharingan on my arm, so their bodies can withstand Hashirama cells. Senju Tobarama sneered. Although Uchiha Madara lost a Mangekyo because of Izanagi, he should be able to bear his elder brother's cells, right? Lee Zan said with a smile. It's more than easy to endure, it's called perfect fusion. Senju Hashirama's sage body and wood style were all captured by his fusion. Not only that, but he also got Rinnegan for it. Senju Tobarama was shocked. Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan plus Big Brother cells can get Rinnegan? This is really big news. Lee Zan corrected. You are wrong, Rinnegan is not so easy to get. Senju Tobarama got it wrong and asked, what price did Uchiha Madara pay for this? No wonder he chose Uchiha Obito to do things for him. Lee Zan denies. No big price. At most Senju Hashirama's face grows on his chest. But it may be a good thing for Uchiha Madara, whose favorite person is on his chest. Uchiha Madara became angry. What nonsense are you talking about? Don't add some weird stuff to it. I paid a lot to get Rinnegan, okay? Senju Tobarama asked. What did you pay for? Uchiha Madara replied. Years. It took me decades to evolve Rinnegan, and I'm too old to get Rinnegan. No way, I chose Uchiha Obito. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 129 Nagato. I like both. In the chat group, Lee Zan said, Uchiha Madara is right, he was already a lot of age when he started Rinnegan. He implemented the Eye of the Moon by himself, the plan was impossible, so he entrusted his Rinnegan to him. Go out. Namikaze Minato. I remember. Sensei Jiraiya once said that he had 3 disciples in the Land of Rain. One of them was Uzumaki Nagato, a member of the Uzumaki clan, who had the eyes of the legendary sage of 6 paths Rinnegan. Senju Tobirama said stunned. Nani? Your Jiraiya teacher is also a Konoha shinobi, right? Since he found someone who owns Rinnegan, why not bring him back to Konoha and cultivate him? Namikaze Minato said helplessly. Mr. Jiraiya said that none of his 3 disciples had much affection for Konoha. They wanted to stay in the Land of Rain and change their country. Teacher Jiraiya respected their ideas. Senju Tobirama said angrily, your teacher Jiraiya is really talented. Lee Zan laughed. There's no need to be harsh on Jiraiya in this matter, it was a very difficult thing to bring back Uzumaki Nagato, who had Rinnegan, to Konoha. Senju Hashirama wondered, in what? Konoha village and the Uzumaki clan are hardcore allies. Well, I get it. Golden Lion Shiki sneered. I still remember this, Konoha village betrayed its ally, right? Retribution. Lee Zan. Not only that, Uzumaki Nagato's biological parents were killed by Konoha shinobi. Senju Tobirama. How could Uzumaki Nagato's parents be enemies of Konoha village? I see, they're taking revenge on Konoha? Lee Zan. Thinking too much, the Uzumaki Nagato family are ordinary people and have no interest in taking revenge on Konoha. Senju Hashirama. Then how did his parents get killed by the Konoha shinobi? Uchiha Madara. I know about this. Konoha village fought against other ninja villages in the Land of Rain. The area where Uzumaki Nagato's family was located became a battlefield, and most of the ordinary people fled. Uchiha Madara. 3 Konoha shinobi entered his house in search of food and bumped into Uzumaki Nagato's parents, thinking they were ninjas and attacked. Then Uzumaki Nagato's parents were killed by the Konoha shinobi. Whitebeard. What a tragedy. Senju Hashirama. Is that so? It's not as bad as I thought. Uchiha Madara sneered. Hasalama, is this not bad enough? The village you long to bring peace to the ninja world has become a murderer to other countries? Senju Tobirama. Madara, are you playing tricks in the dark? Just like you control Uchiha Obito's life, are you controlling the Konoha shinobi? Uchiha Madara. Humph. Don't rely on me, this matter has nothing to do with me. Senju Tobirama. Uzumaki Nagato's Rinnegan has nothing to do with you either? Uchiha Madara. Uzumaki Nagato's Rinnegan was indeed given by me, but those Konoha shinobi were not arranged by me. Although I also prepared several sets of tragedies for him, they were all useless. Senju Tobirama. You're such an asshole. Uchiha Shisui. Master, are you going to find Uzumaki Nagato now? Lee Zan. That's right, Uchiha Madara's Rinnegan is with him, I'm going to take it back. Namikaze Minato. If I remember correctly, Mr. Jiraiya once said, including that Uzumaki Nagato who had Rinnegan, all 3 of his disciples died in the war. Senju Tobirama. It seems that your teacher Jiraiya received the wrong information. Have you forgotten what the group owner said to Uchiha Obito? Uchiha Obito controlled Uzumaki Nagato. Namikaze Minato. I didn't notice it at the time. Whitebeard. Namikaze Minato, what are you going to do with Uchiha Obito? Namikaze Minato. I will deal with it as I want. I won't bend the law for personal gain. I won't make him guilty because he hurt me, and I won't make him less guilty because he is my apprentice. Senju Hashirama. Is it fair? Well, it looks like he won't survive. But she's done so many wrong things, and it's not safe to let him live. Namikaze Minato. Sir, are you going to the Land of Rain? It's raining all around, and this kind of ghost weather is only available in the Land of Rain. Lee Zan. It is indeed the Land of Rain, Nagato and the others are here. One Piece Roger. I found that many parts of the Hokage world are very similar to the Grand Line of the Pirate World. The heavy fog in Kirigakure, the heavy rain in the Rain Country, this unscientific weather is similar to the weather on the Grand Line. Whitebeard laughed, old la, Roger, do you want to go out and get some air? One Piece Roger laughed. It's still Whitebeard, you understand me, Lee Zan, Lord of the group, can you reincarnate me? Lee Zan. It should be possible, One Piece Roger said impatiently. Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and reincarnate me. Lee Zan. No, Mutu's reincarnation needs your body tissue, which I don't have. One Piece Roger disappointed. Is there body tissue? My body tissue is all in the world of pirates. Lee Zan comforted. Don't worry. When you return to the world of pirates, I will reincarnate you in seconds. Is there anyone else in the group who wants to come out and breathe? I will dig a grave for you at that time. Whitebeard. Grave digging? Lee Zan. Nonsense. You are all buried in the ground, how can you get your body tissue without digging graves? Fire Fist Ace. This makes me think about it. Shiki the Golden Lion. Gia ha ha ha. I don't mind coming out to get some air, and I'm also very interested in the reincarnated body. Doflamingo. Fufu. Although I can see the situation outside through the chat group, I want to witness the destruction of the world government with my own eyes. Namikaze Minato. Master, is it Rain Shinobi village further ahead? That's where the leader of the Rain Shinobi village, Hanzo of the Salamander. Where are the Vortex Nagato? Uchiha Shisui. Did Uzumaki Nagato take refuge in Hanzo of the Salamander? No wonder Lord Jiraiya can't find them. Hanzo of the Salamander is known as a demigod, and it is hard to find an opponent in the ninja world. Senju Tobirama. Wait a minute, what is Hanzo of the Salamander called? Uchiha Madara sneered and said, half-god, which means half-ninja god. After Hashirama and I disappeared, people in the ninja world lost their awe. Even Hanzo of the Salamander, a mediocre character, has courage, called a demigod. Uchiha Shisui. Although Hanzo of the Salamander is not as good as Shodai, his strength is also one of the best among cage-level ninjas. Especially his poisonous Sancho summoning beast is invincible on the battlefield. Namikaze Minato. Hanzo of the Salamander is indeed very strong, and has a great reputation in the ninja world. Even the title of Teacher Jiraiya and the others, Konoha-sanin, was given to them by Hanzo of the Salamander. Senju Hashirama. Interesting, I would like to meet the so-called demigod Hanzo of the Salamander. Lee Zan. It's a pity that you can't see Hanzo of the Salamander. Because Hanzo of the Salamander was killed by Uzumaki Nagato long ago, and now the actual ruler of Rain Shinobi village is Uzumaki Nagato. Uchiha Shisui. What, Namikaze Minato? How did this happen? Lee Zan. Surprise? No surprise. Rain Shinobi village was originally a village with no news. Coupled with Uzumaki Nagato's intentional blocking of news, it's normal that you didn't know about Hanzo of the Salamander's death. Senju Tobirama. Uzumaki Nagato killed Hanzo of the Salamander and seized the dominion of Rain Shinobi village, but he didn't explain it to the ninja world. What did he want? Lee Zan. Revenge, and Project Tasuki no Mi. Senju Tobirama. Project Tasuki no Mi I can understand, he must have been fooled by Uchiha Obito. Why is revenge? Lee Zan. It's a long story, so I'll keep it short. All in all, this is another story of a love triangle and a base friend. Senju Tobirama. Love triangle. Lee Zan. Is it weird? I don't know which idiot came up with the ninja group mode. There are 2 men and 1 woman in a group, and it is normal for a love triangle to break out. Uchiha Madara. At Senju Tobirama, hello idiot, goodbye idiot. Senju Tobirama said embarrassedly. I have a deep meaning in this grouping. Let men realize the positive performance of women's existence, and 2 men will compete and promote each other because of each other's existence. This is the meaning of 2 men and 1 woman grouping. Lee Zan said with disdain. I don't know if the meaning you want has been realized, but the love triangle and basic friendship brought by the group have really brought a huge impact on the ninja world. Not to mention, Uchiha Obito, who was discussed earlier, his group is a standard love triangle and friendship. Lee Zan. Uchiha Obito has a crush on Nohara Rin. Nohara Rin likes Hitaki Kakashi, but Hitaki Kakashi has a soft spot for his base friend Uchiha Obito. Senju Tobirama, your grouping mode has had a huge impact on the ninja world. Uchiha Madara giggled. What influence? Lee Zan. Before this grouping model appeared, Brother Control, Brokan and Jiyu Control were popular in the ninja world. Just like Madara and Izuna, Hashirama and Tobirama, Hashirama and Madara, the relationship between men and women, good money Jiao, is ninja world is not mainstream at all. Uchiha Madara. Lee Zan. If you don't believe me, ask Hashirama, is Uzumaki Mito far inferior to Senju Tobirama and Uchiha Madara? Senju Hashirama. Senju Tobirama embarrassed. Say Uzumaki Nagato, don't stray from the topic. Lee Zan is kind. Okay, say Uzumaki Nagato. Uzumaki Nagato became a homeless orphan by himself after his parents died. One day, he met Yahiko and Konan, a boy who was also a homeless orphan. Lee Zan. In order to survive, Uzumaki Nagato joined the group of Yahiko and Konan, followed them to steal things, and survived in troubled times. Later, they worshipped Jiraiya together and learned ninjutsu from him. Howard Stark. What about the love triangle? My favorite part is this one. Who likes the 3 of them? Lee Zan. Yahiko likes Konan, Konan likes Yahiko. Nagato. He likes both, but he doesn't do it as a third party. Howard Stark was a little disappointed. Really? I thought the 3 of them lived happily together. Lee Zan. It's impossible to be together, after all, the 3 of them have the wrong sex ratio. If Nagato is a woman, there is a good chance. Senju Tobirama couldn't help but correct the subject. Let's not talk about the love triangle, what's going on with their revenge on Hanzo of the Salamander. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 130 I Can't Help It. Lee Zan. Why did Uzumaki Nagato take revenge on Hanzo of the Salamander? It's a good question, and it's all because you, Senju Tobirama, taught a good apprentice, Shimura Danzo. Senju Tobirama asked inexplicably, why did you pull Shimura Danzo out and whip the corpse? Could it be that he played a disgraceful role in it? Lee Zan sneered. More than that. Senju Tobirama, don't underestimate Shimura Danzo. Although his strength is not very good, his ability to do things is top-notch. Senju Hashirama couldn't help but ask, Shimura Danzo, what did they do to Uzumaki Nagato? Lee Zan replied. The leader of Shimura Danzo, Rain Shinobi village, Hanzo of the Salamander, besieged Yahiko and the Shao organization they formed, and Yahiko died in the end. Senju Tobarama said speechlessly. Shimura Danzo is really talented, why didn't I find it before? Uchiha Madara sneered. Don't say that. If you didn't find Shimura Danzo's talent, how could you accept him as a disciple? I think you two are very similar. Senju Hashirama interrupted his brother's quarrel with his brother and asked, why is Shimura Danzo targeting Yahiko and the others? Lee Zan. Because Yahiko is like you. Senju Hashirama was stunned. Yahiko is very similar to me, so Shimura Danzo is going to kill him. I can't understand this, and I have nothing to do with Shimura Danzo. Even if I want to hate him, I hate him. Shiki the Golden Lion. Jia ha ha ha, I see, this Yahiko is also a genius. To prevent him from growing to the level of Senju Hashirama, Shimura Danzo and Hanzo of the Salamander killed him early. Senju Hashirama suddenly said, so that's how it is, a young genius who is so hard-edged and targeted. It's a pity that he is a godsend. Lee Zan. The answer is wrong. Yahiko does not have a strong ninja talent. He is similar to Senju Hashirama in philosophy. He believes that peace in the ninja world can be achieved by mutual understanding between people. Senju Hashirama wondered, if that's the case, why did Shimura Danzo and Hanzo of the Salamander deal with him? Lee Zan. Yahiko and the others set up the Shao organization to communicate with various countries and shinobi villages as a non-governmental organization of the Rain Shinobi Village, hoping to solve the problem through negotiation. You said, this is a pair of Hanzo of the Salamander who rules Rain Shinobi Village. Is it a threat? Senju Tobarama. Indeed, it seems that Yahiko doesn't have a strategist like me around, so he did such a stupid thing. And he is similar to the big brother, only 403 has ideas, but no strength and talent. Uchiha Madara sneered. Have you seen it? Hasalama, back then, you were able to end the Sengoku era, not because of your idea of mutual understanding, at all, but because of your terrifying power to push the ninja world. Lee Zan. Indeed. If Senju Hashirama doesn't have the power of the god of ninjas, he won't end up any better than Yahiko. Senju Hashirama. Needless to say, I've long since realized that my thinking was a little naive. You're right, Yahiko is me without strength. But what does this have to do with Shimura Danzo? Lee Zan. Of course it has something to do with it. Shimura Danzo loves war, and the activities of Yahiko and others have brought peace negotiations to the major shinobi villages. How can he tolerate the existence of such an organization? Of course he has to start erasing it. Lee Zan. Although there were a lot of people in the Shao organization at that time, there were not many ninjas with real strength. The root ninjas sent by Danzo and the Rain Shinobi ninjas led by Hanzo of the Salamander were killing them. Lee Zan. In order to save Konan who was caught by the enemy, Yahiko took the initiative to die according to the enemy's request. Uzumaki Nagato was furious when he saw Yahiko's death, and activated the power of Rinnegan to repel them. Whitebeard. Wait a minute, according to what you just said, Shimura Danzo and Hanzo of the Salamander have an absolute advantage, right? If so, why did they kidnap Konan to force Yahiko to die? Lee Zan. In order to prevent Yahiko from escaping, in order to defeat the belief of Shao's organization, in order to reduce the losses of one's own side, after all, he is a ninja. He will do anything to complete the mission, not cold. Whitebeard. Cold, very cold. Since you have obtained the title of a demigod, you should have a corresponding bearing. Bullying the weak and unscrupulous, this kind of garbage is also worthy of being called a demigod? Lee Zan. Hanzo of the Salamander was still very imposing when he was young. Isshin was determined to develop Rain Shinobi Village and protect the land of Rain. He even had the courage to declare war on the 3 shinobi villages at the same time to drive them out of the land of Rain and stop them. Put the battlefield in the land of Rain. Golden Lion Shiki. Jia ha ha ha. It's still a little imposing, otherwise I really doubt how he got the title of a demigod. Gold Thief Wu Nan. Maybe he sent someone to blow it up, who knows, but Hanzo of the Salamander's performance when he was young made me admire him a little bit. Senju Tobarama. The hero who protects his country and the villain who maintains his power are not conflicting identities. Who said that the hero who protects the country cannot like power? Uchiha Shisui. He paid the price for it in the end, and was killed by Uzumaki Nagato. By the way, what happened to the Akatsuki organization? Now that Uchiha Obito shot, it must have changed a lot. Lee Zan. The members of Akatsuki who believed in Yahiko's theory were basically killed by Uchiha Obito. Blame their deaths on the forces of Rain Shinobi Village, make Uzumaki Nagato hate them, and then accept the project he proposed. Tasuki no Mi. Doflamingo. Fufu, that's ridiculous. He thought he was in control of Uzumaki Nagato's fate, but he didn't know that his own fate was being manipulated by others. When he used those means, he didn't think that Uchiha Madara was also right. Did he use something similar? Lee Zan. Everyone is self-righteous and thinks they are different. This is the inferiority of human beings and cannot be changed. Outside world. Lee Zan arrived at the center of Rain Shinobi Village, the tallest building. Tread. As soon as he landed, 3 figures rushed out from the surroundings and surrounded him. One of them had blonde hair, and there were black objects on the sides of the nose and ears that looked like screws. A pair of purple eyes are tattooed with black concentric circles, giving a mysterious and majestic feeling. In the chat group, as soon as Senju Tobarama saw the man, he immediately asked, "This is Uzumaki Nagato?" Lee Zan. "No, this is Yahiko. After his death, he was transformed by Uzumaki Nagato and turned into a puppet of the Rinnegan's 6 paths. Fire Fist Ace. He actually transformed his partner's body?" Lee Zan. "No, he wants to use Yahiko's body to transform the world, and use Yahiko's body to fulfill Yahiko's wishes. He hides behind the scenes himself, as if he was living as Yahiko." Howard Stark. "How can that really be described?" Lee Zan. "It doesn't matter if the feelings are sincere and the depth of love is irrelevant. It's hard for me to understand anyway. Maybe Uzumaki Nagato died when Yahiko died. He is now living for Yahiko, living for Yahiko's dream." Howard Stark. "What about Conan?" Lee Zan. "The blue-haired girl next to her is the Grandmaster, who can make explosive charms out of thin air. If she uses it to make a fortune, she will definitely become a rich woman. Don't underestimate her, she can use her accumulated explosive charms to blow up Konoha." Howard Stark. "No, that's not what I'm asking about. Uzumaki Nagato lives like Yahiko, what about Conan in this love triangle?" Lee Zan. "Out. Yahiko died in order to save Conan, completely occupying Nagato's heart. Make a point. In this battle of feelings, the dead cannot be defeated, remember, this sentence will be tested later." Outside world. Tien Dao Pain looked at Lee Zan coldly and said, "Isn't it too presumptuous to invade Rain Shinobi Village so struttingly? Do you think that we can't find you when you fly in the sky?" Lee Zan laughed and said, "How is that possible? You mix your chakra into the rain with the Rain Tiger Free technique, and all the people in Rain Shinobi Village will be perceived by you. How can you escape your perception when you fly in the sky?" Tien Dao Pain said coldly, "But there is no rain on your body, and I did not perceive you." Lee Zan laughed. "I just said, flying in the sky can't escape your perception. When did I say, I can't escape your perception? Besides, I didn't deliberately hide my whereabouts. You didn't perceive it because I was pure and simple. I don't like rain." The last of the three, BFDH, Kakuzu, who wore a black mask and had green eyes, looked at Lee Zan and shouted in a low voice, "Boss, what are you talking about with him? Take him down and see if there is a bounty." As soon as the words fell, Kakuzu suddenly shot, and the fist strengthened by Earth style hit Lee Zan like a cannonball. Lee Zan grabbed Kakuzu's fist and asked with a smile, "I heard you fought first Hokage, is that true?" Upon hearing this, Kakuzu proudly said, "Kaido. That's right, I didn't expect you to have heard of the reputation of my uncle Kakuzu, and you have some insight." In the chat group, Lee Zan asked with a smile, "At Senju Hashirama, remember him?" Senju Hashirama dazed. "Don't remember. Senju Tobarama. Master, are you sure this person is not lying? How could he possibly have fought with my elder brother with his strength?" Lee Zan. "This man turned out to be a ninja from Ninja Village, and he was ordered to assassinate Senju Hashirama. He was punished by the village's senior management for failing the mission. Resentment." Uchiha Madara was shocked. "This guy has really fought against Senju? No, if this is true, he is too old to move now, right?" Lee Zan. "This is about the secret technique of Longnan Village that he captured, Earth Resentment U, a secret technique that can make people live forever." Doflamingo excited. "Eternal life?" Uchiha Madara also couldn't believe it. "Are you sure?" Lee Zan. "Of course. The grievance U can transform his own body, by taking other people's hearts to steal other people's chakra and ninjutsu, as well as other people's lifespan. That is to say, he can consume other people's lifespan to live. Others' lifespan when you run out, just replace it with another one." Doflamingo chuckled softly. "This is really a powerful ninjutsu. Although it is not as good as the surgery of immortality, it can also give people immortality." Lee Zan. "Uchiha Madara, do you have any regrets? If you had acquired this ninjutsu, you would have had enough lifespan to complete your own." Uchiha Madara. To be honest, Uchiha Madara really regretted it. The steel only told him how to turn on Rinnegan, but not the time it would take to turn on Rinnegan. Knowing that it took so long, he must have collected some secret techniques to prolong his life. Outside world. Tien Dao Pain looked at Lee Zan indifferently, and Rinnegan's eyes were piercing with a faint purple light. "What's your purpose here? If you don't make it clear, you won't be able to leave today." Lee Zan smiled, looked at Tien Dao Pain and replied, "There is no other purpose, just to take back the Rinnegan that Uchiha Madara deposited with you." Tien Dao Pain's face remained unchanged, and his voice was cold. "This pair of Rinnegan is not deposited with me by Uchiha Madara, he is just my partner. Although I don't know where you got the news of Rinnegan, but since you are here." Tien Dao Pain stretched out his palm towards Lee Zan, "Then I'll let you take a good feel. What is the power of God?" Universal pull. A powerful attraction was released from Tien Dao Pain's hand, wanting to suck Lee Zan over. An aquamarine chakra emerged from Lee Zan's body, forming Susanoo to block the attraction of Tien Dao Pain. "What?" Tien Dao Pain's pupils rolled, looking at the green Susanoo on Lee Zan's body indifferently, and said, "If this is your reliance, then you may have to stop here." Lee Zan laughed. "I'm curious, where did you get such a strong self-confidence? If you can, please share 2 grams of the raw materials of your self-confidence with me." Tien Dao Pain ignored Lee Zan's sneering and sarcastic expression, I inherited the existence of the Eye of the Immortal, and I am the destiny child of the entire ninja world. The fate of the ninja world is in my hands, and I am a god. Li Zan sighed, his body moved away from Susanoo's protection, and instantly appeared in front of Tiandao Pain, with a punch with top armament haki and top shock fruit ability, and smashed Tiandao Pain fiercely. I wanted to use ninjutsu to defeat ninjutsu, but I couldn't help it. Can you stop being a middle schooler like this? Li Zan gritted his teeth and looked at Tiandao Pain angrily. Shen Luo Tianzheng. A look of shock appeared on Tiandao Pain's face, and Li Zan's speed exceeded his expectations. He didn't have time to dodge, and decisively used the rejection of Shen Luo Tianzheng to defend. Snapped. The invisible repulsive force was directly shattered, and Li Zan's imposing punch smashed on Tiandao Pain's body, causing him to fly upside down and lose his ability to move. Li Zan angered and punched Tiandao Pain directly. You killed the leader? Kakuzu's mung bean eyes widened, and the whole person was stunned. He came to hand in the organization funds today, but he didn't expect to see such a scene. Tiandao Pain, who had no ability to counterattack at the beginning, was scrapped by this young man who suddenly appeared in front of him. Please. That is the owner of Rinnegan, the super existence that can easily suppress the cage-level ninja. Is the world crazy? Take me to Nagato. Li Zan ignored Kakuzu and turned to look at Conan, who was about to retreat. Alternatively, you can take me to the encirclement where Pen is left. Conan's body trembled slightly, looking at Li Zan with fear in his eyes. She knows very well how powerful Tiandao Pain is, so she can better understand how terrible Li Zan is. I won't betray Nagato. Although it is unclear where Li Zan learned of Nagato's existence, Conan would not betray Nagato. She responded to Li Zan as if she were dying. You think I can't find him myself? I'm just annoying. Li Zan sneered, looked in one direction, and punched him with the power of shock fruit. Pung. The air shattered like a mirror, and the terrifying shockwave destroyed the buildings over there, shattering 4 or 5 walls and being blocked by a repulsive force. Li Zan turned his head and smiled at Conan, and said, since you don't want to take me down the corridor, I have to make my own way. With a wave of his hand, the power of the tyrant's territory dispersed the dust, and a scrawny red-haired man appeared in the ruins in the distance, Uzumaki Nagato. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 131 Uchiha Madara is my nephew? Seeing Uzumaki Nagato's appearance, everyone in the chat group was a little astonished. Is this Uzumaki Nagato? The person who controlled Tiandao Pain to utter the declarations of those middle two in hockey turned out to be such a scrawny and sickly seedling? This is completely different from what they had imagined. It seems that this pair of Rinnegans that do not belong to you has caused a lot of burden on your body. Your vitality, is it about to be drained? Li Zan's body floated up in the air and landed lightly in front of Uzumaki Nagato, asking indifferently. Uzumaki Nagato looked at Li Zan indifferently and said firmly, these eyes are mine. Li Zan sneered and said with disdain, don't hold on, if this was really your eyes, it wouldn't have caused you such a big burden. Quack quack. Just as Li Zan was speaking, 5 more Pain with Rinnegan appeared and surrounded Li Zan. Uzumaki Nagato said indifferently, since you have come here to offend the gods, you must be prepared accordingly. Li Zan chuckled, you want to deal with me with these puppets? Naive? As soon as he finished speaking, Li Zan moved his body and appeared in front of a Pain in an instant, and a punch covering the abilities of armament haki and shock fruit landed on him. Of the 6 Pain puppets, only Tiandao Pain has been valued by Nagato and has been strengthened by key transformations. Other Pain is shoddy compared to Tiandao Pain. Li Zan knocked him into parts with one punch. Missile. Fly. Shira Dao Pain's body quickly deformed, and small missiles were launched from him, hitting Li Zan. The golden fruit ability activates. With a wave of Li Zan's hand, the floor under his feet instantly turned into gold, and a liquid wall was erected to block Li Zan in front of him. Boom boom boom. The small missile hit the gold wall, causing the wall to churn like a liquid, but the destructive force of the explosion was absorbed by the liquid gold. Hey! Keto Hungry Pain lunges at Li Zan, trying to lock him from behind and drain his chakra. As a result, Li Zan didn't turn his head back, and the gold under his feet was churning like waves, and a surge knocked down Hungry Keto Pain. Hungry Keto Pain fell into the golden waves at Li Zan's feet, and was directly crushed by the big hand made of gold. Although Hungry Keto Pain tried hard to get out, it was meaningless in the face of the golden waves. No chakra. Uzumaki Nagato's face changed, and 6 paths Pain was under his control. Hungry Keto Pain has the ability to absorb chakra, as long as the changes caused by chakra will be absorbed and cracked by it. But just now it tried to absorb the chakra in the golden waves and got nothing, as if there was no such thing in it. Found? Unfortunately it doesn't make any sense. Li Zan smiled at Uzumaki Nagato, and the gold under his feet suddenly turned into white threads, converging into a white spear and stabbing towards the Hell Road Pain in the distance. God kill. As soon as the Hell Pain wanted to revive the previously scrapped Pain, Li Zan noticed it, and a spear of white silk threads pierced through its body. 3 kills. Uzumaki Nagato's eyelids twitched, knowing that he would let the Hell Dao Pain leave quietly and go outside to repair the Tien Dao Pain that had been scrapped. It's good now, Pain. The Hell Road that can revive other Pain is scrapped, and this battle is afraid to lose. Of course. Even if Pen is still alive, Nagato has little chance of winning against Li Zan. After all, Li Zan's action against Pain was so smooth that his 3 punches and 2 kicks made his Pain useless 3 times. You know, he only has 6 Pains in total. Chi. At this moment, Shira Dao Pain's body changed, and the rotating chainsaws came out of him, turning him into a hedgehog. Nagato hasn't given up struggling yet. Even though he has recognized Li Zan's strength, he will never give in. After all, he just made a full statement to Li Zan in the 2nd year of middle school, and now let him bow his head to Li Zan. Is he shameless? Summoning technique. Beast Dao Pain used the summoning technique, and a summoning beast with Rinnegan was summoned by him. It seems that this summoning beast is also a modified puppet, because it has the same eyes and nails as Pain. The rest of the human world, Pain, didn't make a move, because he didn't have much combat power. As an auxiliary Pain, his ability is to tug at other people's souls and retrieve memories. This ability is naturally extremely effective in the face of an enemy that cannot be resisted, but in the face of a powerful enemy, rushing up is to deliver food. Fix you all at once. Li Zan looked at the 3 Pain with a cold expression, and 2 clones appeared on the left and the right, and each took out a golden long sword from the golden waves on the ground. God avoid. Slash wave. Slash the dragon with a flash. 3 Li Zan shot at the same time, and 3 Pain were scrapped at the same time. The god escaping sword chi that automatically avoids defenses ripped apart the beast Dao Pain hiding behind the summoning beast. The imposing slash wave sword chi cut through the sturdy Shira Dao Pain. The first ray Zhanlong Yishan beheaded him completely before human Dao Pain could react. Pung. After the beast Dobin died, the summoning beast dissipated into smoke. It just appeared on the stage before it made a move, and went home with great honor. Nagato. Conan's worried voice sounded, and he flew over with a pair of white wings on his back. Birdcage. Li Zan raised his hand and pointed upwards, and the white line under his feet shot into the sky, forming a birdcage and covering Conan in it. Hey! A pitch-black iron rod is launched from the machine under Uzumaki Nagato, and those who are stabbed by the iron rod will be forcibly controlled by his Rinnegan, and those who are not strong enough will become his puppets. Pung. Li Zan raised his hand calmly, the top armament hockey formed an invisible barrier in front of him, and flung the jet-black iron rod directly into the air. Servant. Li Zan stopped talking nonsense, appeared directly in front of Nagato and deducted his 2 Rinnegans. In the chat group, Senju Hashirama couldn't help but said, Master Group Leader, how about letting him go? After all, he is also a pitiful person who is manipulated by others, and he doesn't do irreparable wrongs like Uchiha Obito. Uchiha Madara mocked, Hasalama, do you sympathize with him because of his Uzumaki identity? Senju Hashirama said angrily, shut up, Madara, it's all your fault. Li Zan. Okay, since you said so, I'll let him go. Li Zan raised his hand and released medical ninjutsu, which instantly stopped Nagato's screams, allowing his injury to recover quickly. Li Zan looked at Nagato and said with a sympathetic expression, you have used Rinnegan too many times, and you have not enough vitality left. Even if I help you heal, you will not be able to live for a few more years. Nagato, who lost Rinnegan, calmed down instead. He said slowly, Rinnegan really isn't mine. Li Zan nodded and said, of course, I said that this is Uchiha Madara's deposit with you, of course not the Uchiha Madara you contacted. That guy in the mask is a pawn like you. Uzumaki Nagato asked, who is that man wearing the mask? He keeps saying he is Uchiha Madara, but I don't fully believe him. Li Zan smiled and said inexplicably, his name is Uchiha Obito, and he is a disciple of Konoha 4th Hokage. According to Jiraiya's seniority, he should call you Shishu. Uncle? For flowers. Uzumaki Nagato's expression froze. The one they have always called, Marison Senpai, is actually his nephew? Uzumaki Nagato felt that his 3 views were a bit stupid, and he couldn't accept this cruel reality. Is what you said true? Conan, who was released from Birdcage by Li Zan, walked over with an expression on his face that was indescribable. Of course it's true. From the moment I saw you, I have never lied to you. Because it's not necessary, Li Zan said with a smile, and both Uzumaki Nagato and Conan fell silent. Really, with Li Zan's great power, they are not even qualified to be deceived by Li Zan. In the chat group, Li Zan said, at Uchiha Madara, would you like to send me your Rinnegan? That way I'll save my eyes. Uchiha Madara was silent for a while, then sent Li Zan his Rinnegan directly. Li Zan from the outside put away Rinnegan with a smile, and then directly used the summoning technique to bring out the Gedo statue summoning. Conan looked at Li Zan in astonishment and couldn't help asking, this is Gedo statue bound to Rinnegan, how could you summoning it? I didn't see you transplanting Rinnegan. Point 0. Li Zan smiled and showed the Rinnegan pattern, saying, there is no need to make a fuss, the magic of this world is beyond your imagination. Conan's eyes widened and he couldn't help saying, why do you have Rinnegan? Wait, now that you have Rinnegan, Nagato's eyes. Li Zan said calmly, I still have Rinnegan, I need to do some research on it. Also, if you want Nagato to live for 2 more years, don't think about giving him Rinnegan that increases the load. Maybe you can go to Konoha. Turn around, this is a good choice for you. Konoha has Hashirama cells full of vitality, which may make up for Nagato's lack of vitality. Konoha's medical ninjutsu is also very developed. Even if Nagato does not have Hashirama cells, it is not a big problem to give him a pair of eyes. Li Zan pondered and gave his own advice. After all, the current Shao organization has not done too many bad things, and Li Zan has no bad impression of them. Although they have done a lot of mercenary work, compared with the ninjas in the major ninja villages, they are actually almost the same. Change your eyes? Then you can go there. Conan's heart skipped a beat, looking at Nagato's empty eyes and sighing. Li Zan's expressionless face. Rinnegan is a must. This is a matter of principle, and this thing cannot be left in the hands of others. Uzumaki Nagato doesn't have Hashirama cells on his body, so he can't plug and play his eyes like Uchiha Obito, and Li Zan didn't replace his eyes. If you are going to Konoha, I can send you there. Some people feel that they owe the Uzumaki clan, and they should take good care of you. Li Zan called out Namikaze Minato in the chat group, and then summoned him with the summoning technique that came with Chengtu reincarnation, and asked him to leave with Nagato and Conan. In the chat group, Uchiha Madara couldn't help but ask, "Are you going to start collecting tailed beasts?" Li Zan. Didn't I start collecting it long ago? 3 tails are already in hand. Li Zan from the outside waved his hand, and a suspended earth platform in the sky flew over, and above it was the 4th Mizukage Yagura, which was imprisoned by the sealing technique. Li Zan sneered, grabbed Guju Yagura, and forcibly extracted chakra from the opponent. Guju Yagura showed pain on his face, and the 3 tails chakra in his body was continuously extracted by Li Zan and injected into Gedo's statue behind him. Stop screaming. I'll save you a few drops of 3 tails chakra, it won't die. Li Zan opened his mouth with a cold expression, and with the injection of 3 tails chakra, one eye on Gedo's statue slowly opened. Superior. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 132. Let Black Zetsu tell me the truth, in the chat group. Uchiha Madara said with a complicated mood, Gedo's statue will open one eye every time it absorbs a tailed beast, and when all 9 of its eyes are open, it will become 10 tails. Namikaze Minato. Will the 9 tails on Naruto be taken back as well? Li Zan. What's wrong with doing this? He won't be hurt anyway. Jinchuriki's identity was originally imposed on him. Are you sure he likes the feeling of being seen as a monster? Namikaze Minato smiled wryly. That's right, then when are you coming to Konoha to take back the chakra of 9 tails? Li Zan. 9 tails chakra is too large, and the current Gedo statue is too weak. After it absorbs a few more tailed beasts, it is not too late to absorb 9 tails. The outsider Li Zan created a clone and let him return to Kirigakure with Yagura, who had been drafted out of 3 tails chakra. The last time he left there, Li Zan left the Flying Thunder God imprint on Kirigakure. Kirigakure. Li Zan appeared next to the Mizukage building with Yagura, and immediately a group of Enbu ninjas from Kirigakure appeared, followed by Terumi Mei. At this time, she is wearing a Mizukage hat, and it seems that she has become Kirigakure's 5th Mizukage. Hello, Mizukage-sama. 403. Li Zan greeted Terumi Mei with a smile, and then threw the sealed Yagura to the Kirigakure Enbu ninja. As promised, your 4th Mizukage is back. Terumi Mei asked with a dignified face, you took the 3 tails from him? Li Zan laughed. Yeah, but I left him a little tailed beast chakra, so he won't die because he lost the tailed beast. Although he lost a tailed beast, he still managed to keep a cage-level ninja. Wrong. Li Zan shrugged and said regretfully, he made so many mistakes, although he was controlled by others, but it's really uncertain whether he will survive. After all, Kirigakure also needs to give everyone an explanation, right? If Yagura dies, the remaining chakra on his body will definitely go back to 3 tails. Of course it doesn't matter if he doesn't die, that chakra doesn't matter at all. Terumi Mei instructed her Anbu ninja to take away the chair Yagura, looked at Li Zan curiously and asked, what's your purpose in collecting tailed beasts? Li Zan laughed. Guess what? Terumi Mei looked at Li Zan complainingly and said, although I like mysterious men, but you are. Pung. Before Terumi Mei finished speaking, Li Zan in front of him turned into smoke and disappeared. Terumi Mei. So angry, Terumi Mei got a headache and threw her wink at the blind man. Damn it guy, only sent a shadow clone here. I took the initiative to dismiss before I finished speaking, is the old lady so bad? Terumi Mei is full of resentment, but she mustered up the courage to decide to use the beauty. Li Zan's reaction was a humiliation to her, Rain Shinobi Village. Kakuzu? Akatsuki organization is now under my control, you should have no opinion? Li Zan walked towards Kakuzu with a smile and asked with a half-smile. No, no problem. Seeing Li Zan's strength in beating Nagato, Kakuzu expressed his surrender very heartily. Originally, he was forcibly brought in after being defeated by Nagato, and he cannot be expected to have such high loyalty to Nagato. What's more, even Nagato has voluntarily surrendered, so why should he continue to fight? It's hard work for anyone, Kakuzu has long since realized that he doesn't care who the boss is. What's more, the situation is stronger than people. As the weak one, he knows that he has no right to choose. Of course, no problem. A funny voice suddenly sounded, and then a long pitcher plant-like creature emerged from the floor. Hello, I'm a member of the small organization, Ju. I also approve of you taking over the Shao organization. Li Zan looked at Ju playfully and asked with a smile, are you sure? Ju replied with a smile. Your strength is stronger than Uzumaki Nagato. You defeated Uzumaki Nagato. Uzumaki Nagato has also conceded, so the boss of Akatsuki is you. Li Zan said indifferently. As far as I know, you are the incarnation of Uchiha Madara's will. I messed up Uchiha Madara's plan, is it okay? Of course there's no problem. Why do we have to follow Uchiha Madara's plan? The plan can't keep up with the changes, we just need to fulfill his dream, isn't it? Ju looked at Gedo's statue and said, it seems that you also want to collect tailed beasts and use powerful weapons to achieve peace in the ninja world. This is Uchiha Madara's dream, why should we oppose you? Li Zan looked at Ju mockingly and hummed. Using powerful weapons to achieve peace in the ninja world? Dishonest and dishonest. Do you think I don't know Infinite Tsukuyomi? Ju said in surprise. You even know Infinite Tsukuyomi? It's amazing. Since that's the case, then we don't need to introduce this to you. We originally planned to tell you this after you collected the tailed beasts. Li Zan waved. Stop talking nonsense, talk about your usefulness. He never smiled and said with a serious expression, I am in charge of the intelligence work of the Shao organization, and the corner is in charge of the financial work of the Du Shao organization. After the two of us are masters, the Shao organization belongs to you. Although there are some other members, they're all less important fighters, and I can reach them too. Li Zan said, speaking of which, how much information have you got on the tailed beast? Ju replied, basically, I have figured it out, except for the 3 tails that you put into Gedo's statue, the boss, 1 tail, 2 tails, 7 tails, 8 tails, and 9 tails are all inside the ninja village. And those who live outside there are 4 tails, 5 tails, 6 tails, and I can determine their positions. Li Zan smiled and said, in this case, the 4 tails, 5 tails and 6 tails will be captured by you. Ninja village is too strong and you can't handle it, so I will do it myself. Ju thought, is that so? I can't do it. Me, Kakuzu, Pippa-Juzo, Scorpion, and Orochimaru are more than enough to deal with the 3 Jinchuriki alone. After all we can form a group and they can't. Ju murmured for a while, and readily accepted Li Zan's task. Li Zan gave them a few Flying Thunder God kunai, and they entered chakra in the Flying Thunder God imprint when they were in a bad situation. In the chat group, Senju Tobarama mocked Uchiha Madara. Madara, your will is really cute. Uchiha Madara replied, it's a monster made from your cells, it's normal to look ugly. Senju Hashirama was extremely depressed. Why do you suddenly get involved with me? Uchiha Madara, I'm not talking about you, I'm just telling the truth. Senju Hashirama is a nerd after all, so he quickly diverted his attention and said carelessly, Madara, your will change doesn't seem to be very reliable. I feel that they have betrayed you, but there is no conclusive evidence. Senju Tobarama sneered. What more evidence is needed for this? They have already taken refuge with Li Zan. Senju Hashirama said stupidly, but didn't they do it to realize Madara's dream? Senju Tobarama said disdainfully, brother, don't be stupid. Madara's dream is to release Infinite Tsukuyomi himself and become the god of the entire ninja world. And his avatar of will obviously doesn't care about this. Uchiha Madara felt a little bit of luck in his heart. He felt that his will incarnation was just a false promise to Li Zan, and he would still resurrect himself if he found an opportunity. But thinking of Li Zan's strength, Uchiha Madara was a little discouraged. In this situation, what if he is resurrected? Not to mention that he has already sent his Rinnegan to Li Zan. Even if he hadn't sent his Rinnegan to Li Zan, he would not be able to fight against Li Zan at this time. What's more, even without the Rinnegan red envelope he sent, Li Zan already got the Rinnegan he left behind. Coupled with the sage body that Senju Hashirama gave him before, he can definitely handle his Rinnegan with ease. Hopeless. Uchiha Madara has long since given up. Li Zan. At Uchiha Madara, are you feeling particularly sad? Uchiha Madara. Bullshit. Half a lifetime of hard work and planning is in vain. Wouldn't you be sad if it were you? Li Zan. There's nothing to be sad about, because your hard work is meaningless. You think you're controlling Uchiha Obito's life, but you don't know that your life is also being controlled by Black Zetsu. Senju Tobarama. What is Black Zetsu? Uchiha Madara explained. The Nepenthes-like thing just now, the white one is the white Zetsu I made with Hashirama cells, and the black one is the black Zetsu I made by transforming the white Zetsu with Yin-Yang escape. They're the embodiment of my will. I made it. What do you mean, the group leader, that black Zetsu manipulated me? Li Zan. First of all I have to correct a point. Whether it's white Zetsu or black Zetsu, their 3.7 is not made by you. They're all handed down from ancient times, just like the inscription of the Uchiha clan. You can't do anything better than that. They were discovered, and they were discovered while being deceived. Unable to accept this reality, Uchiha Madara denied. No, I don't believe it. Doflamingo smiled strangely. How could such a thing happen? It's so interesting. Howard Stark. Uzumaki Nagato. Uchiha Obito. Uchiha Madara. Black Zetsu. Every self-righteous person has a person who controls their life behind the scenes. And those who are controlled in their life are self-righteous and control other people's lives. This is really Fire Fist Ace. It's kind of like a nesting doll game. Lee Zan. Uchiha Madara, I know you don't believe what I say, but it doesn't matter, you will believe it sooner or later. If you don't believe me when I say this, then you should believe it when Black Zetsu admits it. Ding. Uchiha Madara sent an exclusive red envelope, Uchiha Stream Fire Style to Xuan, to group owner Lee Zan. Ding. Uchiha Madara sent an exclusive red envelope, Sharingan Pupil Technique to Xuan, to the group owner Lee Zan. Uchiha Madara sent a string of red packets before saying, if you can, let Black Zetsu tell me the truth. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Chapter 133 Ruthless, Virtuous, Ignorant. Uchiha Madara, who has given up struggling, knows that it is useless to keep these skills. After all, he is an undead now, and any skills are meaningless to him. So he bought Lee Zan with these things and wanted to know the truth about infinite Tsukuyomi. Lee Zan's words touched his heart greatly. If he was really deceived by Black Zetsu, his life would really be a joke. Ghost Lantern said in the chat group, if I remember correctly, 4 tails and 5 tails belong to Iwagakure, right? 6 tails belong to our Kirigakure. Lee Zan replied, you're right, but they all left the village on their own initiative. Do you think Jinchuriki's life is good? The cold violence that everyone hates and rejects is sometimes more terrifying than real violence. Senju Hashirama, the big villain who promoted the development of Jinchuriki, spoke in the chat group with great regret. Master, please take back all the tailed beasts. This is a mistake I made back then, but unfortunately I can't make it up. Already. Senju Tobarama objected, what about the perfect Jinchuriki? Lee Zan. I've said it before, a perfect Jinchuriki can be compromised. Of course, it's not ruled out that some weird tailed beasts are used to living in Jinchuriki's body, and some Jinchuriki are used to having a small pet in their body. But this kind of there are too few people, and now there is only one ninja world. Senju Tobarama. Who? Lee Zan. 8 Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee of Yenya Village, he became good friends with 8 Tails Gyuki. Senju Hashirama was a little relieved. Really? I didn't expect that when I distributed the tailed beasts, I would create a pair of deeply affectionate partners. Lee Zan sneered. The father of Killer Bee's friend was killed by 8 Tails during the 8 Tails riot. He transferred his resentment against 8 Tails to Killer Bee and tried to kill him several times. 15. Senju Hashirama. Lee Zan. Got it? A perfect Jinchuriki can't avoid people's prejudice against Jinchuriki. It's just 2 poor guys huddled together for warmth. Sanagakure. Wind Shadow Building. Sanagakure's high rises are having a meeting. 4th Cage looked at the screen in front of him, pointed to Lee Zan and said to the others, according to the information sent back by our spies, it is this person who subverted Konoha. According to our current master's information, he has a very powerful water tongue and wood style. The 3rd Hokage Sarutobi and Shimura of Konoha village were all wiped out by him alone. Elder Chiyo frowned and asked suspiciously, is this information reliable? It feels a little unreal. Konoha's 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is old, but he also possesses the fighting power of a cage-level ninja. Coupled with a group of elite Anbu ninjas under him, and other ninjas who support him in Konoha village, how could they be easily killed? And although the strength of the 2 ninjas Sarutobi and Shimura is not comparable to that of Hyuga and Uchiha, but it doesn't mean that perishing means perishing. 4th Cage shook his head and said, I am also skeptical of this information, but it is indeed returned by the spies we have cultivated for many years. In addition, the spies also said that the 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato of Konoha village was resurrected. Ebizo frowned. 4th Hokage Namikaze Minato resurrected? This news is even more absurd than the previous 2 news. It seems that there is a problem with our spies, and these intelligences don't need to be concerned. Maybe Konoha caught them and sent them in their name. Come and laugh at us. 4th Cage pondered. It is indeed possible, but it is not a spy who sent this information back. All the spies sent back this kind of news. These spies are all one-way connections, they don't know each other, they can't be. Did Konoha serve them in a pot? Elder Chiyo said slowly. If this is the case, then we should really pay attention. Send a few intelligence personnel to Konoha to collect information again. But before that, we don't need to make a fuss at all. A group of Sanagakure executives quickly reached an agreement, and laughter broke out in the conference room. Boom. The entire Fungying building suddenly shook, and then one wall suddenly shattered. 4th Cage and the others looked in that direction, and then saw a person standing in the sky outside, looking at them indifferently. Lee Zan? The expressions of 4th Cage and others changed, and they quickly looked at the screen next to them. Sure enough, this is the man on the screen. Those spies weren't lying, they were telling the truth. It appears that Sanagakure does not have to send additional intelligence personnel. Huh? That's my portrait. It seems that you already know my existence. Yes, this intelligence work is okay. Li Zan calmly glanced at himself on the screen, smiled and said to 4th Kazekage and others, and then stated his intentions straight to the point. I'm here to take over Senagakure, and take one tail Morizaru with me by the way. Several Senagakure executives, you should have no objection to this, right? Li Zan opened his mouth with a smile, as if to say a common thing. Court death. Elder Chiyo was furious. Without saying a word, he took out the seal scroll and took out his strongest puppet from it, the 10 people of Kinmatsu. A piece of chakra silk thread flew out from Chiyo's hand and connected to these puppets, causing them to rise into the air and kill Li Zan in midair. Ninjas do not have the ability to fly, but the puppets controlled by the puppet master can complete aerial combat. Quack quack. One after another, the kunai were launched by the puppets and hit Li Zan in midair. At the same time, these puppets were rapidly deformed, and various sharp blades appeared on their bodies. Li Zan's expression remained unchanged, and he let these kunai hit him and was completely blocked by the armament haki covering his body. The puppets then pounced on Li Zan and attacked with their own sharp knives, but were also kicked off by Li Zan's armament haki. The golden lion in the chat group was very puzzled and couldn't help but ask, what is the ninja on the other side doing? Make a few toys out of wood as weapons, can this kind of thing be used? Li Zan. This is a special puppet master in the Hokage world, and their strength is not bad. The two old men, a man and a woman, both used puppets to become cage-level ninjas. The golden robber Wu Nan wondered, why didn't I find the advantages of these puppets? It feels like a joke, and the attack power is too weak. Senju Hashirama. The attack power of the puppet masters has always been their weakness, so they developed poisons as auxiliary props for the puppets. In addition, the Jonin people rarely have strong defenses, so the puppets are okay to mix in the Hokage world. Whitebeard suddenly said, it turned out to be a special product of the Hokage world. I said why I always feel that they're too weak. I bet that if this puppet technique spreads to the pirate world, it will definitely be very useless. One Piece Roger. Most of the strong people in the pirate world are physically strong, and the attack power of the galvanic puppets may not be able to break their defenses. Compared with these galvanic puppets, I feel that the destructive power of guns is greater. Howard Stark wondered. The world of Hokage is a bit strange. Even the high-tech equipment such as projectors has been researched. Why haven't guns and artillery been invented yet? Li Zan. The emergence of guns and guns will replace ninjas, and the ninjas will not allow this to happen. If guns and guns do appear, many ninjas will lose their jobs. Although many ninjas yearn for peace, they are more afraid of losing their jobs. Outside world. While communicating with the undead in the chat group, Li Zan calmly raised his palm and smashed the puppet in front of him with a single punch. Too crispy. Reviewed by Li Zan. The puppets made of wood also have a lot of advantages against the cage-class ninjas whose bodies are similar to ordinary people, but they are fragile to Li Zan, who has a strong body like a monster. With one punch and a small puppet, most of Chiyo's Kinmatsu 10 people were destroyed in the blink of an eye. Seeing that she hurriedly wanted to take back the puppets, she immediately punched with shock fruit, shattering all the puppets. Elder sister, Ebizo supported Chiyo, who almost fainted with a worried look on his face. At this time, Chiyo lost his trump card, the most precious puppet in his hand, and was so heartbroken that he almost fainted. Seeing that his sister was so sad, Ebizo stared at Li Zan in midair, but he held back and did not do anything. He is a puppet master just like his sister, and his puppets and puppet skills are not as good as his sister's. He has already seen the fate of his sister, although he will no longer be stupid to deliver food. Golden Funeral. 4th Kazekage Luo Sha knew that he had to take action, so he waved his hands, and suddenly countless sand gold appeared in the sand around the wind building, sweeping towards Li Zan like a big wave. Li Xian didn't talk nonsense, and appeared directly beside Luo Sha. A knife slashed on his shoulder, causing him to faint. Hello. Immediately afterwards, the walls and ground of the Kazekage building turned into gold, and chains stretched out from the gold to lock Ebizo, Chiyo and others, and tied them one by one. Coming. Li Zan raised his head with a smile, and Tong Yekong, who had rescued before, appeared in front of him. Here to you. Li Zan nodded lightly at Jue Kang, and left 4th Kazekage and the others to her to deal with. Aren't you afraid that I will mess up with 403? Yi Kang couldn't help but ask, it's alright, I can't live. If Senagakure is stubborn, I'm not incapable of erasing it. And, I believe you can do it well. Li Zan looked at Jue Kang and said with a chuckle. When Li Zan left, Yi Kang's face immediately turned gloomy, and his murderous eyes swept across 4th Kazekage, Chiyo and others. Zhou Dao Yi Kang said happily, the last time you abandoned me as a victim, have you ever thought that you will be today? 4th Kazekage woke up in a daze, and when he woke up, he heard what Zhou Yekong said, and quickly explained that he had no choice but to sacrifice Zhou Shi Yekong for the sake of the village. Really? For the village? Then I am honored to tell you that the current Senagakure needs your sacrifice? If you don't die, it's hard for me to convince Li Zan to let Senagakure go. Zhou Shikang sneered again and again, she is not the little girl who is easily fooled. No, you can't do that. 4th Kazekage Rose's complexion changed, and she hurriedly said, I am 4th Kazekage, how can I die? Zhou Yekong sneered, Lord Fengying, you don't think there are many people in the village who sincerely support you, right? a ruthless person who would even hurt his own son, an unrighteous person who betrayed his fellow villagers, an immoral person who harmed the heroes of the village, an immoral person who spurred Jinchuriki to run wild. Your death will only make the ninjas of Sanagakure rejoice. Yi Kang looked at Luo Sha disdainfully. This guy is a downright weirdo. He is ruthless to his subordinates and his children, and if he was not strong enough, he would have been ousted from power. Sanagakure, a remote corner. Who are you? The young Gaara was sitting on the sand playing alone, and seeing Li Zan suddenly appeared, he couldn't help but wonder, isn't this person afraid of himself? I'm here to help you out. The monster in your stomach, I will take it away. Li Zan smiled at Gaara and said in a kind tone. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running.